It's time for high school football here on YamhillToday.com. Sullivan's going to hand off to Rapp. Right up the middle. Breaks one tackle, two tackles. Then he go into the end zone. Touchdown, Grizzlies. Dropping back at Sullivan. He double pumps. He goes to the far side. Has a man wide open. And it's caught. And it's going to be touchdown, Grizzlies. This season's broadcast is brought to you by Willamette Valley Medical Center, Andrew Physical Therapy, Bethany Abe Lynn at Edward Jones, Big Box Returns, Les Schwab Tires of McMinnville, Macy & Sons Funeral Directors, and Willamette Valley Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. They're going to throw it. Sullivan throws across the middle. It is caught and walking into the end zone. Touchdown Grizzlies is Gabe Blanco. Now let's head over to the press box. Here's Jeff Ivey and Brian Erickson. And welcome to tonight's action here from Wortman Stadium. Brian Erickson, Jeff Ivey. Jeff, we are here tonight where the 2-0 McMinnville Grizzlies take on the 1-1 Ridgeview Ravens. And we have got a battle here tonight, Jeff, where it'll be interesting to see which team comes out for both sides.
It will, Brian, and it's an important game for McMinnville on as you mentioned, a 2-game win streak to start the season. And you remember last year McMinnville went over to Ridgeview and got the W. This year they get to stay home and hoping to get some more similar results in the home category here, as last week they just totally demolished a much overmatched Forest Grove team.
Yeah, if you look at last week, 62-7, and they came out. They've scored a lot of points this year, one of the top scoring teams in the state.
Correct.
However, 62 points will definitely help that with 2 games being counted.
It will, and good for the offense, good for the defense. Of course, last week Kane Sullivan had an outstanding game. He was 6 of 8, 75% completion. He threw for 2 touchdowns and 142 yards, but more importantly, he rushed the ball 13 times for 79 yards and 4 touchdowns. So, wow, he was the obviously the player of the game last week. Just getting it all done all across the board. He got passes out to 4 different receivers and 7 different running backs other than Kane carried the ball last week. So it was just a good job. Got into that running clock, got a lot of young players in to play the game. And if I had my druthers, we'd do that again tonight, Brian.
Yeah, I really would love to do that. The only thing that worries me, Jeff, is Kane Sullivan taking a lot of hits when he's carrying that ball.
He is, and that is, he's a good athlete. And, you got that running quarterback who likes to throw it and run it and can certainly come up with an injury, you hope. Not that bad. But Drew Bison, of course, came in last week in relief in the second half and did a pretty good job seeing his first action of the year. But you can see a difference, and it's an experience difference at this point, Brian. Kane's just got more games under his belt.
Yeah, and, Kane only being a junior, you're going to see a lot more of him. But you have a lot of other guys stepping up as well, and you have some guys on the line. I've been very impressed with the line play this season.
Well, they've done a good job. They dominated last week both sides of the ball, let's be honest. They were pushing around Forest Grove wherever they wanted to go. And even at McNary had some bigger-sized guys, but they were using good blocking techniques to move them around as they wanted to. And although the score was 26-19, really I felt like McMinnville really had control of that ball game for the most part, and were able to do a lot of things that they wanted to do. Just McNary was playing. They were hoping to get that first win. They haven't won in a year and now plus of games, and they really had a good chance. I'm playing with a lot of emotion, but McMinnville weathered that storm and then came back next week and just really had a fairly easy game, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they did. If you look at the other side of the ball, Ridgeview, they lost to a Springfield team. That's not your normal Springfield team. You got Springfield 2-0 this season.
Yeah.
Beat Marist last week.
Overtime.
Yeah, and a big victory there. So you have that, which bodes well. However, you've got a game last week where they were against Gresham, who's a struggling team. They won 35-14, so maybe a little bit of momentum on the side of Ridgeview.
Yeah, and Ridgeview, of course, though, has played their first 2 games at home. So this is their first road game, and that's a long drive, 3.5 hours over the pass. Right. You can bond as a team on that bus and everything, but once you come out and play, it's a little bit different story. So we'll see how that bus ride affects them here tonight. I look for a pretty competitive game, but I see McMinnville kind of pulling away and having control. They just have more athletes than Ridgeview, in my opinion.
Who are some guys you think on the McMinnville side of the ball you have to look for that you think can and will step up tonight?
Well, obviously Kane Sullivan, but I'd love to see Hayden Church and Nick Gibson and Seahaver get going in the running backs. That rotation that they've been running in the backfield, I'd love to see them, all three of those guys, get a lot of touches and a lot of things going. And we'd like to see Tyler Ackerman again. He had 2 interceptions last week. I'd like to see that continue on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, if the defense can go in there and do well, that will be very much what they need here tonight. And that's going to be the key, I think, for the Grizzlies as we get ready here. We're a couple minutes away from the national anthem here, but we'll take that break here. And, Jeff, I think the night is the perfect night.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't have any cramping up. We didn't have a lot last week. We thought we might have some of that. We didn't.
Well, weather's a little warmer tonight, Brian, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully they stayed hydrated all week long.
There you go. All righty. We're going to have the kickoff here a few minutes away from Workman Stadium. Brian Erickson, Jeff Ivey. Don't go away. You're listening and watching the MHilltoday.com.
Transitions in life. Sometimes it's difficult. One of the biggest transitions is when a loved one leaves us. Macy & Son is there for you, a trusted friend for 5 generations in Yamhill County. At that time, you will have lots of questions, and you need someone to walk with you every step of the way. Burial or cremation, and a myriad of options. Let Macy & Son walk that journey with you. Macy & Son McMinnville, 5 generations helping with funeral and family needs.
If you're looking for a financial advisor located here in McMinnville, Bethany A. Blinn has you covered. She has a holistic approach and understands what is most important to you, using an established process to build personalized strategies and partnering with you throughout your life to help keep you on track. Her investment philosophy is a long-term approach with an emphasis on quality, durability, historical context, and common sense. Give Bethany at Edward Jones a call at 503-472-0555. And go Grizzlies! Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic and Sports Rehab wants to see you make a full and quick recovery so that you can get back into life and the things that you like to do. Their friendly staff will listen and encourage and guide you through each step of the rehabilitation process. From low back pain to post-surgical rehabilitation after a shoulder surgery or knee replacement, they are here to help. They also offer treatment for sports injuries and hands-on personal training for those who want to perform at their athletic best. Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic, and Sports Rehab. Give them a call at 503-435-1900.
Caring creates healthier lives and healthier communities. And when you need health care, we're here for you, providing medical expertise with a human touch, right here at home, whenever you may need us. From welcoming newborns into the world to life-changing surgeries, routine health screenings to life-saving emergency care, we're here to provide compassionate, high-quality health care to you and your loved ones. From the routine to the unforeseen, we're here for you.
And welcome back here as we get ready for the kickoff for tonight's game between the McMinnville Grizzlies and the Ridgeview Ravens. And the Ravens are just coming onto the field now as you see the marching band and the flag team heading off. And here come the Ravens in their white uniforms and their, I believe, purple hats, Jeff, dark purple, and numbers. And we talked about it a little bit before the game. Nice color scheme, but even better, big numbers on those uniforms.
Numbers, that new rule about numbers, Brian. I can read them clear from over here.
Even my glasses.
I can see their captains pretty clearly standing over there as the officials kind of get in front of them. But we're getting ready for the coin flip here to start the game, and we do have a nice breeze in the press box, thanks to you tonight. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I just
not out on the field.
No, I just have to let Jackie know I borrowed the fan.
Yeah,
so.
okay. Well, thanks, Jackie, and feels really good because the press box is really warm tonight. You know, but hey, there's worse things I could be complaining about. I'm in a football game on a Friday night, so
it's a good thing.
It is.
Well, Jeff, should be a fun night to see how the Grizzlies come back after a big victory And it'll be interesting to see how the Ridgeview Ravens come out after a big victory for them as well.
Yeah, the thing, Brian, I'm a little bit, I don't know, excited is not the right word, but interested to see. I mean, you look over at the far sideline, there's not a lot of guys on that football team for Ridgeview, which tells me depth and could be an issue, especially playing in warmer weather like tonight. So can McMinnville kind of lean on them on both the offensive and defensive lines, see if they can push them around a little bit and maybe break their will in this football game early on. That's what I would like to see anyways. It's always a challenge to be able to do that. But McMinnville certainly got some momentum going for them the last 2 games.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they come out here. Just a reminder that next week we'll be on the road at Lake Oswego. That is a Thursday night game. So we'll bring you that on Thursday. And then the following Friday, the Friday after, 8 days later, on the 29th, the Grizzlies will be at Newburgh in a big game there against the Newburgh team that's playing pretty well as well right now.
Yeah, one of the higher ranked teams in the state as well, Brian. As you look at those rankings, which maybe we'll talk about a little bit later, it's weird to see. It's weird to see some teams at the top that are at the top, and really weird to see some teams at the bottom that are at the bottom.
You are correct.
McMinnville won the toss and deferred to the second half, so they will be kicking off. I would almost imagine here.
Yeah, I think so, Jeff. The kicking game has really been a bright spot.
A weapon.
For your weapon's a perfect choice there because they've able to get that ball through the end zone and make them start usually in not great field position, and that is all Bryce Wilson and his leg.
Yeah, Bryce Wilson. And I was watching him in warm-ups tonight, Brian, with this warmer air tonight. He was kicking them from nearly 40 yards. Now, I couldn't tell if they were all going through the uprights, but they definitely had the distance to get to the uprights and past. I felt sorry for one of the guys shagging the balls because he went through the fence and, let's just say three sections of the fence went down. It was, he was okay though. Yeah, he was fine. But maybe more embarrassed than anything. He's probably hoping nobody saw him do that. But the leg is certainly there for Wilson. It's so that's good. You get inside that 20, 25-yard line, and Tomlin may think about kicking a field goal if given the opportunity.
Needed,
or if needed. That is exactly right.
Yeah, I think that's one thing. It's good to have that in your pocket, Jeff, if you need it.
Yep.
And the Grizzlies do have that with Bryce Wilson as we get ready here. And
Ridgeview didn't get the memo that they're at the other end of the field, so players running from one end to the other. That looks like they're going to send back in the back Logan Nakamura and Kai Lewis deep. And I'd like to see this ball go out of the end zone, quite honestly.
Yeah, I agree. And really, the warmer weather does play a part of that. As we get ready with about ready to kick it off. Grizzlies in their red uniforms, red helmets, and numbers on the left side, and the MG logo on the right side. Black numerals. The Ridgeview Ravens, white uniforms, dark purple helmets, dark purple numbers. Nice contrasting.
Yes.
I love it. As we get ready, folks, here we go for tonight's action here on YamhillToday.com. Glad to have you as we get ready now. Bryce Wilson going to kick from our right to our left. And let's see. Here we go. Action will begin. Here's the kick, and they are going to kick it, and it's going to be taking it off the 2-yard line. Goes across the 10, the 15. He's hit, spun around, and then spun and goes the other way. Gets across the 25. Flags on the ground out there. Gets to the 26-yard line. So a pretty good run back there by Logan Nakamura, the junior. But there is a flag back at the 16.
Yeah, it's going to be a face mask. Question is it personal foul? And, yes, they did call personal foul. So they're actually going to start the ball at the 41-yard line, Brian, and I was going to talk about penalties. Wow. McMinnville did a great job of limiting the penalties last week. Well, unfortunately, they start the game with a penalty right off the get-go.
Yeah, that's exactly what you don't want.
Yep. Don't need to give a short field to your opponents.
You know how hot it is up here, Jeff? My phone is...
it's 5,000 degrees.
Yeah, my phone has just told me that it's on hold right now.
Okay.
But what can you do, right? All right, here we go. as the Ridgeview Ravens are going to go from our left to our right. As Jeff says, starting at the 41-yard line. Coming out at quarterback is Adam Millington. Millington steps in there at 6'3", and he drops back. He's going to throw over to the far side, and it's caught and taken down to about the 43-yard line. A gain of a couple. Wesley Whitmer with the reception.
Yeah, just a little quick out there, Brian. 3-yard gain. Nothing spectacular there, but kind of spread things out. McMinnville, right off the get-go, got some pretty decent penetration on that offensive line, and I think that's why you're going to see quick passes here tonight by Ridgeview, because they know those guys are going to get at them quickly.
Yeah, they saw some film.
Yep, and they look to be a little bit overmatched as size-wise goes.
All righty, they're going to come out with trips here on the near side, 2 receivers on the far side. As Millington, shotgun formation. He's going to look. He's going to roll here to the side. He's looking, trying to direct traffic. Throws across the field, and it should be incomplete. I don't think he has it. They're going to say he does into Grizzly territory at the 45.
Well, another good job there by Whitmer to come back to the ball. And I thought the cornerback here on the near side, you probably heard me say Pickett, because I think if he had broke just a second sooner, he would have had that play for an interception. I think you see I think you see what Ridgeview is going to do here tonight. Quick passes and rollout passes.
Go ahead, Jeff.
I was going to say keep the pressure off their quarterback.
Ortiz is in the backfield. They're going to hand it off him to try to keep the defensive line honest. And Ortiz just kind of falls his way forward, gets to the 40-yard line, and they pick up about 5 yards there.
Yeah, quick and easy. McMinnville had a good push right in the middle, but he was able to bounce off it and fall forward off the right side for the 5-yard pickup. This is something we didn't see last week with Forest Grove, a sustained drive. This will be the 4th play of the drive, and not that that's a sustained drive, but Forest Grove really struggled moving the football last week, Brian.
It is 2nd down and 5. We just hit the 10-minute mark here in the first quarter. Ball sitting at the 40-yard line. Millington's going to drop back. He's going to look to the middle. He's going to double pump. Now he's going to throw it, and it's almost intercepted. Should have been right here. Millington got lots of pressure. In fact, I think coming in there and really pushing him around was Landon Fay.
And Church slapping himself because he had a chance to make a great interception right there. But that was all predicated by that pressure you talked about.
Yeah, Fay was right in there and just pushing him around, and Millington just did whatever he could do to throw it all away. Unfortunately, for the Grizzlies, it wasn't intercepted. Millington almost threw it there because of the pressure.
Yeah, in that pocket, he could just feel it collapsing all the way around him.
All righty, Millington shotgun formation, trips on the far side. Ball at the 40-yard line, 3rd down. They're going to keep it. They're going to toss it over to Ortiz. He's going to cut it up. He's going to be close to the 1st down marker. I think he's going to be marked way short, actually. Back at the 36-yard line. Fay in on the tackle once again. The Grizzly defensive line congratulating themselves with a pickup of about 3.5, 4. Going to bring up 4th down. Interesting to see what they do here, Jeff. 4th and 1.
Pretty sure they're going to go for it.
I think so, too.
They saw that what McMinnville could do last week, and this is probably trying to tell their defense, hey, we trust you guys, but McMinnville's defense has a good chance here. They're going to go with that T formation.
Here they go. They're going to hand it off Ortiz, and he's not going to get it. He's pushing. He's not going to get it. He tried to push himself. He had a little bit of a surge, but fortunately the defense did a good job of coming up there and pushing that surge back. He doesn't even get the yard. I thought maybe he had a little more than that. Yes, wow.
Great defense right there, Brian, by that whole front of the McMinnville defensive 7, as they just did a good job. And you don't see that T formation very often.
No, you don't.
And McMinnville was ready for it as they take over at just 9:04 here to go in the first quarter.
All righty, so good job there by the defense, stepping up and making that stop. Turnover on downs. Here we go for McMinnville. Kane Sullivan. Shotgun formation, as always, pretty much. He's going to keep it. He's going to go, and he's going to spin his way. And Kane doing a good job of picking up a couple yards when really Ridgeview had that snuffed out, but actually going to pick up almost 4.5.
Yeah, that was
wow.
He bumped into his own player, bumped into the 2 Ridgeville players here on the left side, but kept the legs going forward. And they're going to give him 5 yards.
Almost 5 now.
Yeah.
Wow, we'll take it.
Yeah.
We will.
So that's a good
definitely
first
take it.
play.
Yes,
even though
it
looked
is.
like it was a little confusion.
And once again, Kane's going to take the brunt of it right there. 2 receivers on each side. Sullivan's going to throw. He steps back, looks to the middle, has a receiver, and is up, and it's caught. And that's a great catch indeed. Going up there is Gabe Blanco. First down, Grizzlies to the 35-yard line, and here come the Grizzlies moving quickly in a big pack, trying to move down and catch this Raven defense off guard once again. 2 receivers on the far side, no huddle. Sullivan, shotgun formation, and they draw a guy on the far side, offsides. I won't tell you who it is, but Rylan Castino tried to jump, and it's going to be a flag against the Ravens.
Yeah, we go back to that prior play, Brian, and I got to say, Blanco bailed out Kane Sullivan a little bit. That ball was high. He had to climb the golden ladder, so to speak, and go up high and make that play, and knew he was going to get hit and had the concentration to be able to make the play and get hit and come down with the football. So great concentration now. 1st and 5 at the opponent's 30-yard line.
Here we go. Sullivan's going to hand it off and just go right in the backfield, breaking 1 tackle, 2 tackles, gets across the 20, maybe down to the 19 is Hayden Church. And they are going to mark him there at the 19. A nice run there by the Grizzlies. Once again, no huddle offense, Jeff.
Yep. They're going quick, Brian. They want to tire this Ridgeview team out. That's what this is telling me. Not let them sub anything. And tell you what, Church, he was one of my keys to tonight's game, and that's a good first play for him.
I agree, and Sullivan's going to keep this one. He's going to roll around the right side, goes and count of 5, goes near the end zone. No signal yet, and he's going to say somebody.
Oh, is
no.
that official running?
Looked like he was going to be in, and they are touchdown Grizzlies. A long delayed pause, but it still counts the same.
Yep, Kane Sullivan did a good job pulling the ball. The defense crashed down in, and he saw the open on the right end line, Brian, and used some speed down the far hash and was able to just fall down and get into the end zone.
That's exactly what you needed there.
That's a great start to this football game, going 19 yards on the final run there by Sullivan.
As now the officials are going to let them line up to kick the extra point, as they showed that maybe they were going to go for it, go for 2. But I think you've got Bryce Wilson who's kicking those. You might want to let him kick all day long, as the kick is up, and the kick is good. All righty, 7:23 to go. The Grizzlies strike first. They lead 7-0 over the Ravens. Don't go away. You're watching YamhillToday.com. We're back right after this. Time out. What is Big Box Returns?
Big Box is rugs.
Big Box is refrigerators.
Big Box is pillows.
Big Box is air filters.
Big Box is luggage.
Big Box is sporting goods and American Girl movie night.
Big Box is flooring.
Big Box is bedding.
So that means Big Box is lighting.
Big Box Returns. Open Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 5.
McMinnville Les Schwab is a proud sponsor of Grizzly football on Yamhill Today. When you shop at Les Schwab, they promise you the best tire value. This means you get free peace of mind protection and free lifetime tire and mileage care included in your purchase. McMinnville Les Schwab. They want to be the neighbor down the street you know and trust. We thank McMinnville Les Schwab for their support of McMinnville Grizzly football.
As we come back here, Brian Erickson along with Jeff Ivey. And Jeff, great start for McMinnville. They got the score they needed here to get things going.
Yeah, they went 63 yards in 4 plays, plus a penalty, Brian, in a 141. A couple of big plays, a 23-yard pass play and the 19-yard touchdown run.
Here comes Wilson. He's going to kick a long one. It's going to be taken right about in the end zones where it's going to be taken. And the Grizzlies use the weapon of Wilson once again to get that deep into the end zone. And you do that every time, and that causes the Ravens to have to struggle having the ball back there on the 20.
Yep, and that we talked about it. It's a weapon. Nice high kick carried all the way in. So bad field, well, not bad, but not great field position for.
Definitely not what they want.
Yeah, and no penalty on the play. So
hey,
that's
take
a
that.
good thing.
Yes, it is. All righty, as we said, 7:23 to go in the first quarter. It is 7-0. Grizzlies in the lead. As they come on, they're going to go. Millington's going to keep it. He's going to tuck it up, go up the center, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards as he gets near the 25. As he is taken down there by Alex Kellner. And I think that's one thing, Jeff, is you're going to see this Raven team try to mix it up and find something that does work and keeps this defense off balance.
Yeah, they're going to try, and McMinnville gave up 5 yards there, but that's a very similar play to what Kane Sullivan just scored on right there, Brian, the option to the right side. Let's see here if they go 3 wide receivers and a tight end. And they move that tight end around a little bit in motion sometimes as kind of a lead blocker. Yep.
Question is, will they go to him as they throw over on the far side, a little out battered, and it's going to be big yards, goes across the 35, down near the 40, and more of a timing pattern there, almost the wheel route, and picks up a first down for the Ravens.
15 yards out to Wesley Whitmer. He's got all 3 receptions tonight from his quarterback. And you could see right there that they've just got 3 or 4 athletes, Brian, that they try to get the ball into their hands so far tonight. Ortiz, Millington, and Whitmer are the only 3 that have touched the ball on offense.
Yeah, that just says a lot, doesn't it? As they go here, they're going to throw it to Ortiz. That may be behind the line, but I'm not sure. Doesn't matter as he goes forward, and he's going to be taken down right in front of the Grizzly bench. And he's going to pick up a couple yards, though, as he gets to the 40, maybe 43-yard line.
Yeah, and that was a lateral on that play.
It was close, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
3 yards on the pass play. The official indicated that was anyway, so I'm going to go with that. But great job by Blanco and Ackerman to come up and keep that little swing play out to only 3 yards right there. They did a great job. Coaches here on the near side really appreciative of their effort on that play.
Millington, shotgun formation. He's got a guy in motion. He's going to hand it off, a little fly sweep, and nothing there. Good job there by the defense and trying to go forward, but couldn't. There on the run was Raiden Nakamura.
Yep.
And good job there by the Grizzly defense. Once again, Jeff.
That was a great job, and I don't know if you saw it because he was running away from it, but he bobbled the ball on the handoff. So I think that kind of disrupted just a second or two the timing of the play, and McMinnville's front just blew it up in the backfield. So 3rd and a long 11, short 12 here, Brian. Big play again for this defense for McMinnville. Try and get off the field.
They are going to compact their offense. Nice and tight formation. And give him a little bit of pressure, and they go. They throw it to the out as it's caught. Breaks 1 tackle, 2 tackles, and trying to go forward to try to pick up the first down. Not going to get is Logan Nakamura, but he's going to get awfully close. Going to bring up 4th, and I think maybe a half yard. They mark it at the 49, and he's got to get to the 50, so it is a full yard.
Yep.
Let's see what they decide to do. And, Jeff, they went for it, maybe 10 yards further down the road?
Yep.
They're probably going to go for it here.
I would surely think so. Nice. McMinnville had a chance, though, to stop that play 4 or 5 yards short, but just couldn't wrap up, and that's why we're in this position right now. Big play here.
Yes, it is.
Notice,
4th and 1.
Notice they don't come out in that T set.
No, they said no.
They don't want to keep all those. They want to spread out the team a little bit. Probably just a quarterback sneak here is my guess. Oh.
They see an offsides coming there against the Ravens.
Yep.
And that's huge, Jeff, because now I think you probably have to punt.
I think you absolutely have to punt, Brian, and that's a big, big play right there by that tight end on the far side.
It was on 2, apparently.
And he thought it was on 1. All right, let's go here. We got Blanco back in the backfield there to receive the punt.
3:47 and counting. Our score is 7-0. Grizzlies in the lead. And looks like, is that Millington or is that Elmore? I think it's Millington back there to punt. And here's the snap. It's good, and it's going to be a high kick. And it's not great, but it's going to be out of bounds on the far side, looks like. And let's see where they mark it, though. As they're going to mark it around the 25-yard line. They talk about it, and they're going to move it up to maybe the 30.
Yeah.
I guess the one official didn't see where it went out. They're going to say at the 34, 34?
34.
Okay, let's see. They're trying to figure it out still.
Well, the problem is the official who has the sideline thought it was where it hit on the far side. It was like 7 yards out of bounds. No, you got to come up to where it crossed the line, and the main official helped him find that. And it's probably because you got some officials out there that don't have a lot of experience, which is fine. but they got the right call because it went out at the 34-yard line.
There you go. Being nice to your officials. Jeff Ivey.
Wow.
2023.
Well, one game into 2023, let's be honest.
That's true. Well, 3 games in.
Yeah.
As
true.
here's the handoff, and right on the left side, and going forward, and picking up some good yards. There are 6.5 yards for the Grizzlies. That's Nick Gibson.
Nice play, just straight up the middle. Nothing fancy about it, but Nick Gibson, another player that I wanted to see have a good game tonight,
Right.
Brian.
And if he can have a good game, that bodes well for these Grizzlies as they come up here now with 2:55 and counting. And here's the pass here on the near side. It is caught and trying to break a tackle right in front of the Grizzly bench. Doesn't quite do that is Kellen Strong, but Kellen does get enough for a first down.
Yep, he almost broke that tackle, Brian, but he knew he needed to get 4, and he went 6. So good job by Strong to pick up the first down, keep a drive alive.
2:33 to go. Sullivan has trips over on the far side. He's going to look, and he's going to look through across the middle. As a receiver, it is caught, spinning forward, goes across the 40. Still on his feet is, I believe that's Wilson. It is. And Wilson comes up with a big reception and some yards after the catch, too, for McMinnville, and another big first down.
Well, 15 yards on that play to Wilson, and Kane now 3 of 3 to start this ball game.
Take that all night long, won't we?
Yeah, you will.
Here we go. 2:09 to go. Sullivan shotgun formation as Gibson is in the backfield with them. 2 receivers here on the near side. Gibson's going to go right up the middle, breaks 1 tackle, 2 tackles, still on his feet. Inside the 20, 15, 5, touchdown Grizzlies! Nick Gibson with the run, and Jeff, you called that one, didn't you?
Yeah,
Gibson is who we want, and that's who we got.
I wanted Gibson to have a big night tonight, Brian. Him and Church and Blanco. Well, Gibson there with 39 yards and a touchdown. That's one way to make me happy.
You get Gibson with big yards,
Yeah.
a big score.
Yep.
You got Sullivan, 100% passing right now.
Yep.
So far, so good.
It's all clicking.
Yes, it is. As Wilson going to come on now to kick the extra point. Here's the kick. It is up, and the kick is good. All righty. We're at the 1:49 mark to go in the first quarter. Our score, McMinnville 14 and Ridgeview nothing. You're watching the game here on Yamhill today. Don't go away. We'll be right back. At Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, their orthopedic surgeons specialize in diagnosing, preventing, and treating disorders and injuries that affect muscles, tendons, nerves, ligaments, bones, joints, and other connective tissues. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine strive to give you the highest quality of care with the most up-to-date orthopedic surgical techniques and non-operative treatments to help you get back into doing the things you enjoy. Their goal is to help you live your life to the fullest. Give them a call at 503-435-4520. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
Transitions in life. Sometimes it's difficult. One of the biggest transitions is when a loved one leaves us. Macy & Son is there for you, a trusted friend for 5 generations in Yamhill County. At that time, you will have lots of questions, and you need someone to walk with you every step of the way. Burial or cremation, and a myriad of options. Let Macy & Son walk that journey with you. Macy & Son McMinnville, 5 generations helping with funeral and family needs.
As we come back here, McMinnville High School, Brian Erickson, Jeff Ivey. Jeff, it's been all McMinnville here in this first quarter, 14-0 with 1:49 to go.
It has been all McMinnville here to start, Brian, and that's a good thing.
Yes, it is. Bryce Wilson kicks it, a line drive shot, and it goes into the back of the end zone. And I don't know if you could see it where you were, but the guy,
Number
the
3.
receiver, is just kind of like not even going to move.
Yeah.
The ball's going over my head, whatever. I'll just stand here.
It's like an outfielder in baseball when like a left fielder, you hear that pop, you know it's a home run. and you just stand there and watch it go over your head. That's exactly what. Well, it's number 3. I don't have a number 3 on my scorecard here for Ridgeview, but that was hilarious.
No Name has already crept into the building tonight.
Is that our first mention this year?
It is. Here's the handoff. Ortiz going to go through on the right side. Ball's on the ground, and the Grizzlies come up with it. Let's see if they mark him down.
Ooh.
Grizzlies, though, say they have it.
Yeah.
And they do. It is a recovery there by McMinnville, and coming up with the ball and holding it high above his head is Kellen Strong.
Well, this is just what McMinnville wanted, Brian. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
They're going to put the ball down, 22-yard line. So excellent job by the defense there to pounce on the ball. And, you put some more points up here, and this game may be over before it started.
Here we go, 1:41 to go. If you're McMinnville, Jeff, maybe a quick strike here.
Yeah.
And look for Gibson once again, and we'll see what happens. Here we go. 2 receivers on this side, 2 on the other side. Dropping back is they throw it on the far side, and is in and double cut, and it is caught. And Wilson had it juggling the ball, and he ends up with it in the end zone. And that was a threaded pass there by Sullivan, and there is a flag on the play in the end zone. Wilson getting high fives from the team, and let's see what the officials say. That's going to be a tough one to call, Jeff.
I think it might be a pass interference, Brian, or something maybe to the helmet or face as he was making the catch. But definitely, they're asking the coaches here if they wanted on the kickoff. So obviously a defensive penalty. Touchdown's good. Wow, 22-yard pass play. Wow, to Wilson.
Yep, personal foul. Wow. That just makes that how that catch was that much more incredible, really.
Wow, and Kane Sullivan starts the night, Brian, 4 of 4 for 66 yards and a touchdown, and then 2 carries for 24 yards and a touchdown. And Bryce Wilson has 2 receptions now for 37 yards and a touchdown. Wow, things could not be going much better than for McMinnville.
A block kick there by Wilson, so no extra point. And, well, I guess if you want to say something went wrong, that's the only thing that's gone wrong so far here tonight, Jeff.
Well, 20 points in the first.
Exactly.
10 and a half
We'll
minutes.
take it.
That's
we'll take
not bad.
Not bad at all. And Kane Sullivan has to be happy with the way he's played. And that pass right there, Jeff, was right there on the numbers in stride to Wilson.
It was a beautiful, beautiful pass.
All righty. We're going to keep it right here. Our score is 20-0, 1:34 to go. Quick shot, just like we thought maybe they do, and they did. And that's just going to deflate the air out of this Ridgeview team so far here in this ball game.
This is what Brian, if you've got the better team, you need to take care of them and just put the pedal down and really don't give them any hope of coming back in the game. So McMinnville's defense now on this particular drive needs to step up, stay focused, continue to put pressure on quarterback Adam Millington, and not let him get the offense going into any sort of rhythm as we have a personal foul now. They're going to be kicking off as if Wilson needs any help getting it out of the end zone. They're going to be kicking off from the 45-yard line of Ridgeview for this kickoff.
So I really think that from this vantage point,
onside it?
He can probably kick it to Lafayette from here. I'm thinking that's probably where he'd end up going.
Or do you try the onside kick? That's one way to break your opponent's back, right?
Oh, well, yeah, you've got a point there. You got a point there with 1:34 to go in the first quarter.
This ain't intramurals, brother.
All righty.
I might get in trouble for saying that. But seriously, it would be an option, but I have a feeling Wilson's going to drill this one into Lafayette. Yep.
There you go.
Field goal. Too bad you don't get 2 points for putting it right through the goalposts, because he did.
Yes, he did. The crowd is going crazy. The coaches got their hands up. Wilson is a spark plug here for this Grizzly team. And you don't get to say that very often about your kicker.
Yeah, he's a weapon. That's all you can say, Brian. He gives your team, your defense, good defensive starting position, 20-yard line every time so far, except one play where there was a penalty on it. Otherwise, they would have started at the 24, 23-yard line. So it's just amazing how good of a player kicker he is.
Millington hands it off to Ortiz, and he goes forward, and he breaks through and almost loses the ball. He did a good job of holding on to it, though, because he was having guys trying to strip it out of there. And he did have it exposed.
Yep.
Does lean forward for about 5.5 yard gain.
Well, once you fumble once,
right,
you got a propensity to fumble it again. Great job of coaching by the McMinnville coaching staff to say, hey, swipe at it, grab at it, try and make him fumble it again. His confidence, if not, shot, is certainly affected right now.
2nd down and 5. Millington's going to look this way. He throws it. It is caught, and a huge hit and a huge tackle right here on the near side. And making that play was Gabe Blanco. And it's nice to be able to say Gabe's name. We've had him have a couple big plays here in this first quarter tonight.
Well, 4th time they've gone to Whitmer, and he's going to remember that hit.
Oh, yeah. They are going to know that they're going to go to him, and Blanco's just keying in on him right now.
Yeah.
We're down to 27 seconds here in the first quarter. It is 20-0. It's been all McMinnville so far here tonight. Here's a 3rd down and 3. Millington is going to go. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to get there, throw him backwards, and a huge tackle in the backfield. And coming up there and just kind of strutting a little bit is Gavin McGurvin with the sack for the Grizzlies.
He was almost in the backfield at the snap, Brian. He just cut that gap right through the middle. Loss of 10 on the play. Great defensive stand there as we come to the end of the first quarter.
As Jeff said, after 1, it's McMinnville 20, and it is Ridgeview 0. You're watching the Grizzly Game of the Week here on Yamhill Today. Don't go away. We'll be back right after this. What is Big Box Returns?
Big Box is rugs.
Big Box is refrigerators.
Big Box is pillows.
Big Box is air filters.
Big Box is luggage.
Big Box is sporting goods and American Girl movie night.
Big Box is flooring.
Big Box is bedding.
So that means Big Box is lighting.
Big Box Returns. Open Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 5. If you're looking for a financial advisor located here in McMinnville, Bethany Ablin has you covered. She has a holistic approach and understands what is most important to you, using an established process to build personalized strategies and partnering with you throughout your life to help keep you on track. Her investment philosophy is a long-term approach with an emphasis on quality, durability, historical context, and common sense. Give Bethany at Edward Jones a call at 503-472-0555. And go Grizzlies! Well, it's been all McMinnville in the first quarter. They lead 20-0 as the Ravens will come out now and punt to start the second quarter. So it goes from bad to worse right now for the Ravens as they'll be standing back. Millington at the 6-yard line. He gets it off. It's going to be a short punt, and it's going to take a Raven bounce, or is that a Grizzly bounce now? Goes inside the 35, so not very far. Grizzlies, Jeff, get great field position at the 35 of the Ravens.
Well, just 17 yards on the punt, Brian, and if things could go any better for McMinnville, they did, because now they again have great field position, short field again, which is something they've thrived on the last couple weeks.
Right.
And the one thing that Ridgeview has dominated was time of possession, about 8.5 minutes to 3.5 minutes. Brian, yet they trailed 20-0.
You talked about sustained drives to start off this game, but it didn't really continue for them. As Sullivan, shotgun formation, is going to hand it off and go up the field, takes one look, then goes to the outside to Wilson, and he's going to try to find an opening, and he's taken out of bounds right near the Grizzly bench, not before he picked about 3 yards. As we get there, as he goes out of bounds with 11:45 to go. I want to thank you for watching us here and listening to us here on YamhillToday.com. Brian Harris along with Jeff Ivey, and our producer tonight, once again, Jackie, back at Command Central.
Hi, Jack.
So she's keeping us up and running. It's a warm night tonight here at Workman Stadium. Got the fans are running up here in the press box. Now, Jeff, it's interesting to see how McMinnville will play this as they have 2nd down and about 7. They're going to hand it off, and Church is going to go forward and fights his way across the 30 down near the 27-yard line. If you're McMinnville, you can mix it up now because everything is working for you at this point.
It totally is, Brian. We look at McMinnville's able to run the ball pretty much at will, 12.5 yards per carry so far. They've had a couple of big runs that skews that a little bit, but they've been able to pretty much do whatever they want on offense. And you got to figure you're in 4-down territory here, 3rd and 2 at your opponent's 27-yard line as the line saunters up to the ball. And I can feel the temperature dropping, actually, now that the sun's gone down.
We'll see if that continues. And here comes Sullivan. He's going to roll around the right side, gets inside the 20, gets a first down and more as he runs out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. First down for McMinnville.
10 yards on that play for Kane. And I'll tell you what, I'll give the Ridgeview defender credit. He could have come up and laid a whipping on Sullivan as he was stepping out of bounds, but he pulled up. So good sportsmanship right there by that, I believe that's Logan Nakamura here on the near side.
Grizzlies first down. They are trying to work on their run game, it seems, or appears right now. They have trips over on the far side. Church is in the backfield. They're going to throw it over there, and it is caught. And then stutter stepping, goes across one defender, gets hit from behind and thrown forward, but not before it picks up about 12 yards and didn't catch who that was.
Blanco.
Was that Blanco?
Yep.
All right.
12 yards on the pass play there to Blanco. That's his second reception here tonight, Brian. Another first down for McMinnville, and the clock keeps churning, and McMinnville keeps churning as well.
And they're having one of their few sustained drives that they've had because they have hit big on quite a few different plays here tonight. Sullivan, shotgun formation. He's going to hand it off, goes right up the middle as Church into the end zone. Touchdown, Grizzlies. Parted the sea there.
Yes, it did.
Gets in for the score. 5-yard run. The Grizzlies have extended their lead.
Well, that you said it. The seas parted, Brian. There was no white jerseys in the middle of that field whatsoever, and Church walked into the end zone untouched for his first touchdown of the evening.
As White will come on to kick the extra point. Last time he kicked it over on the far side, on the other side, I should say, it was blocked.
Yep.
Sullivan's holding it. Snap is good. The kick is up, and the kick looks good from here, and the kick is good. That's exactly what we needed right there. So with 10:26 to go in the first half, McMinnville adds to their lead. They lead now 27-0. Don't go away. We'll be back right after this.
At Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, their orthopedic surgeons specialize in diagnosing, preventing, and treating disorders and injuries that affect muscles, tendons, nerves, ligaments, bones, joints, and other connective tissues. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine strive to give you the highest quality of care with the most up-to-date orthopedic surgical techniques and non-operative treatments to help you get back into doing the things you enjoy. Their goal is to help you live your life to the fullest. Give them a call at 503-435-4520. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
Caring creates healthier lives and healthier communities. And when you need health care, we're here for you, providing medical expertise with a human touch, right here at home, whenever you may need us. From welcoming newborns into the world to life-changing surgeries, routine health screenings to life-saving emergency care, we're here to provide compassionate, high-quality health care to you and your loved ones. From the routine to the unforeseen, we're here for you.
As we come back here, Brian Erickson, Jeff Ivey, and here is the kick, and it is going to be deep, and it's going to be into the end zone, about 4 yards deep once again, and that's exactly what they needed. Ball on the 20, and Grizzly defense has lots of real estate to work with, to bend if they want to, but they haven't done that tonight. They have been on fire.
They have been. They've done everything right on both sides of the ball and special teams, quite frankly, other than the blocked extra point, and we'll forgive them for that one, right?
That's right. If that's the only thing that's gone wrong, we're okay with that, right?
Yep.
All righty, here we go. Millington, shotgun formation, trips on the far side. If you're Ridgeview, Jeff, I think you just have to open it up now.
Yeah, you got to get some points on the board. That's for sure.
Agree.
And that's how you do it. Probably is get that ball passed around. Quick pass right over the middle there. Nice catch. And just as you said it, Brian. Quick. Oh, block in the back right there in front of the official. No call. That's crazy.
Stay with it as he gets down to the 12-yard line. A huge pass play right there, but it was yards after the catch that really made that count there, as it was just a little slant up the middle.
Yeah, that was a great play of, what's that, 70 yards right there, something like that?
I will say that. Sounds good. And that's exactly what Ridgeview needed, Jeff.
How about 57 yards?
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
It all adds.
But that was Logan Nakamura on that play, breaking those tackles. Let's see what the defense does with really their first adversity in a long time in any game.
They throw it on the far side. It is caught and then thrown out of bounds, or rolled out of bounds, I should say. A gain of a couple over there. Let's see what they mark them at the 10. So it'd be about 3.5 yards. I believe over there with the reception was Ortiz.
Yep, that's what it looked like to me, down to the 10. So 3 yards there on the pass play.
Ridgeview going to try to open up something over here, maybe. They have 3 receivers and hand off to Ortiz. He's going to waltz up right in the middle.
Yep.
He gets touched, but not before he's in the end zone. And just like that, Ridgeview, Jeff, has scored, and that's exactly what the Ravens needed.
Yep, it is, and that's that. That maybe that'll slap the defense back into, Brian, they got to play hard every play. You can't just take it for granted that you're going to keep the other team from scoring or moving the ball down the field.
Ridgeview's coming on to kick the extra point now. Kason Lee soon on to kick the extra point for the Ravens. He's a 5'8" junior. Here is the snap. It is down, and he's going to have to throw it. He's going to pick it up now on the turf, and he just throws it in the air, and he has it caught, but they are not going to get the 2 points. And just like that, we've had a couple interesting plays on the 2-point conversion. The Grizzlies do give up a touchdown, but that makes it 27-6 with 9:16 to go here in the second quarter.
You take away that big play there, Brian, on the pass, and you've only given up like 50 yards in the game, so on one play. So
which is huge. I mean, you're going to try to talk that up a little bit, but you really want to try to stop that. Can I get the top 10
list?
We're going to go through some of the top. We'll keep it right here in this break and go through some of the
I did want to correct it. It was a 67-yard pass, not 57.
Closer to 70. There you go.
Yeah, I miscalculated real quickly on the fly. So 67 yards on that pass play to Logan.
So while the teams are talking about it, Jeff, I want to go through the OSA rankings. It is early.
Yes,
but we do have a number 1 team on the top of the 6A, and that is your North Salem Vikings.
Yeah.
How often have you said that? Not since they were the Salem Vikings, probably, right? Maybe
yeah, they won some state championships back in like the 50s and 60s, right? Yeah.
They were the only school, I think, in Salem at the time.
Oh, yeah, but the state championship's the state championship.
Oh, I agree with you. I agree with you. Number 2, Westland, Sherwood, Lake Ridge, Newburgh at number 5, Tualatin 6, Tigard 7, South Medford 8.
Hold it. Wait.
Yeah.
Who's missing?
Oh, no, wait.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
South Salem's number 9.
Yeah?
I want to make sure that's
Okay.
there.
Who's 10?
And then number 10's Cleveland, number 11's McMinnville.
Yeah.
And you can go on and not see Sheldon or Jesuit.
For a long time.
Yeah, so 47 schools at least. Here is the kickoff, and it is taken about the 15. Remember, if he runs it back, there's Dilly Bars for the whole team.
I wanted Dilly Bar.
And unfortunately, just to the 30-yard line.
I don't like the way he went down on the sideline, Brian. Let's hope he's okay. Let's hope he's okay. I'm not sure who that was with the return, but that did not look like a good landing on the far sideline.
They're going to come out and take a look at the injured Grizzly. And with 9:08 to go, as I said, we'll keep it right here. Looking at some of the top 10 list there. Of course, that's very early. It's after 2 weeks. That'll change, guaranteed. A lot of those schools we recognize. Liberty's in there at 18. You've got, like I said, McMinnville at number 11 right now, and South Salem at number 9. But a lot of different, a lot of football to be played.
A lot of football. It's week 3, so a lot of things can shake out. And, boy, got some matchups tonight.
Some matchups tonight. We're talking a lot of football to be played. In the PIL, Lincoln is at McDaniel. Roosevelt's at Jefferson. And Franklin's at Cleveland. We'll try to get some scores at halftime. And Grant taking on Ida B. Wells.
I still haven't gotten used to those new names yet that they've got up at some of those Portland schools. So when you say McDaniel, I'm like, who was that? And off the top of my head, I don't remember. But anyways, there's some good games up there in Portland tonight.
Mount Hood, Barlow's at Gresham. Nelson is at Reynolds.
Yeah. And then in the Special District 1, what was the old Central Valley Conference plus the Southern Conference? You got North Salem at Roseburg. West Salem at Grants Pass. Not a lot of games in Salem tonight. South Salem at Grants Pass. South Medford at McNary. And Sheldon at Sprague. 0-2 teams going at it there. Of course, last year Sheldon, the state runner-up in the finals. And we saw them at the semifinal game that we called for the OSA Radio Network last year at McNary. So that was a good game.
All right, as we get ready to come back to action, like I said, we'll give you some scores at halftime as the injured Grizzly is helped off over on the far side.
Hope he's going to be okay. I still don't have a number on it, so can't tell you who that is for sure.
We come back to action with 9:08 to go, and Jeff will do some research there as Sullivan's going to drop it off. He's going to pass it to Blanco right up the middle, breaks the tackle, still on his feet, spins his round to the 37, almost the 37-yard line.
Yeah, I'll give him 7 on that play. But, again, he had to go up a little high. Kane, that's something that he worked on in the offseason was to keep those passes down. We saw a lot of passes sail on him last year. He's done a lot better job this year. So I'm going to look out over here and see if we can see who that might be. This number, Brian, and I don't know if you want to say it or not, but
I think it is. So we'll go with Sullivan. He's going to keep it, go forward. He's going to get close to our first down, and the official on this side is going to say he has a first down. Sullivan with another big play there.
Yeah, it's not Sullivan that's hurt.
No. Yeah, the big play.
But the big play,
looks like that's Tyler Ackerman who's being helped over to the sideline here.
You wonder if McMinnville kind of slows things down. They go into a huddle now. You know, they had that big play by the Ravens. Do they want to slow it down, limit the number of possessions now? It could be part of the game plan. We hope Tyler's okay.
8:13 and counting. Here we go. Sullivan should look over to the far side. He's going to throw across his body, and it's incomplete. He had Wilson there and just couldn't do it. That's a hard pass going across your body.
It is. First incompletion of the night. But I tell you what, sniping on that play from his linebacker position was Wesley Whitmer. He knows how to catch the ball. He's got 4 receptions tonight on the other side of the ball for Ridgeview. So ball just in and out of his hands there. Brings up 2nd and 10. 8:06 to go here in the second quarter. I would say McMinnville firmly in control, but you know, the way as quickly as Ridgeview scored, up 21 is not as up as I'd hope it would be.
You know it is. They go through. Sullivan's going to run through, and he is going to go forward for a gain there as well. And it's going to be a gain of a couple.
Tell you what, if you could have bounced it outside just a little more, you had a lot of green space in the flats here, but somebody at the bottom of the pile grabbed onto the ankle and was holding on for dear life, waiting for help from the interior line, and it came. So I don't want to say a huge play here, but this is a big play on this drive. 3rd and a long 7. Actually 8 now.
They're going to show blitz. They come in. Good job there by the offensive line. It is a reception. It is caught, and it's going to be a first down by Kellen Strong. I think so.
Yep.
Where the mark is, it will be by about 3 yards.
Yep, out to the 46-yard line of Ridgeview. So pickup of 11 on that pass play to Strong, and that's his 2nd reception of the night. So he's doing a good job there as the clock now continues to move with McMinnville continuing the drive here. This is their longest drive of the night, Brian. This will be the 6th play. They might be tired on offense.
Here's the keeper right up the middle as you say that. And Sullivan goes forward as a flag comes flying in, or back at the 45-yard line. But it's good to have a long, sustained drive, Jeff. Yeah. But you also want to add points because at 27-6, this is still a ball game.
It feels like they have control, but yet you're just like couple quick drives like Ridgeview had, and it could not be. So after the they're going to give him a 2-yard gain and then mark him back 10. So he got down to they gave him a 1-yard gain. So they got the run to the 45 and then a 10-yard penalty back to the other 45. So negated a first down there. It's going to bring up 1st and 17 or so. And, penalties so far haven't really been a problem, only the second on the night. But, 18 yards to go on first down, almost 19 yards to go on first down, doesn't make it all that easy for you. You don't want to give Ridgeview any life.
That is true. We have lots of times they throw here on the near side. And is it going to be incomplete? And it may have been deflected, Jeff. I'm not sure, but it was awfully short.
Yeah, it was. Kane, I feel like he felt a little bit more pressure than what was really there. And you remember last year he kind of got happy feet every once in a while. It seemed like he got that a little bit there, rushed that throw. And I'll tell you what, Ridgeview starting to sit on those out patterns. So what do you do to counteract that? You fake that and go deep. You fake the comeback and go deep. So let's see if McMinnville at some point does that kind of play here, Brian.
6:34 to go. Here they go, shotgun formation. He's going to go. He's going to drop it off. Little screen play. It sets up right up the middle. Wilson goes forward. Nice. He's hit hard at the 43, and then falls forward and gets a little bit more. So a nice pick up there. Make it 15 yards almost.
Yep, and that was a good job by Bryce Wilson, having a big night tonight all around.
Yeah.
That's his third receptions for 50 yards and brings up a manageable 3rd and 6.
Bryce Wilson has been a huge factor here tonight, Jeff, when you talk about his kicking game and everything else he's done. 5:57 and counting. Trips here on the near side. Here he goes. He's going to do a little counter action here. It's going to be Blanco. He's going to go inside across the 30. Huge hit, and he's going to go down to the sideline, and he laid another hit down there inside the 20.
He didn't want to go down. That was an awesome run, Brian. He's like, no, I'm not going to let you hit. I'm not going to let you tackle me. I'm going to get 7 more yards after the contact down to the 20-yard line. 22-yard gain for Gibson there. Wow.
Gibson is playing strong.
That was awesome. I love football like that. Mano a mano, and I won.
I saw a bat fly out.
Oh.
Yeah, right there, flying around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Down from underneath the grandstand. I think the bat was scared of Gibson as well after that
would
hit.
be, man. He's wearing a cape after that play.
Oh, man. 5:44, clock is stopped, trips on the far side, and we have a timeout. We do. Grizzlies call a timeout. They're going to talk about it, and may have been delayed games why they called that one. But they will take a break. As we said, with 5:44 to go, it is McMinnville 27, Ridgeview 6. Don't go away. You're listening and watching the Game of the Week on YamHillToday.com.
Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic and Sports Rehab wants to see you make a full and quick recovery so that you can get back into life and the things that you like to do. Their friendly staff will listen and encourage and guide you through each step of the rehabilitation process. From low back pain to post-surgical rehabilitation after a shoulder surgery or knee replacement, they are here to help. They also offer treatment for sports injuries and hands-on personal training for those who want to perform at their athletic best. Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic, and Sports Rehab. Give them a call at 503-435-1900.
As we come back here now, 3 receivers here on the far side. 5:44 to go. Grizzlies are threatening. It is 1st and 10 after the timeout. Sullivan draws back. He looks to the left, throws to the center as a receiver into the end zone. Touchdown, but there is a flag. It's probably going to be a push-off in the end zone. So let's see what they decide there. But it looks like he may have just pushed off enough to got some separation there.
I'm going to say this is defensive pass interference.
I think you're wrong, but
okay.
What do I know?
We'll see.
As Jeff and I are, we've got a big wager on this. Not sure what it is.
Yep, they're going to,
Huh?
Actually,
interesting.
Called
all right,
they're
called hold. All
defensive
right.
holding.
Just like I said, holding
So
against the defense.
That was a nice 20-yard pass play over to Kellen Strong on the touchdown there for McMinnville.
All right, that makes it 33 now to 6. So McMinnville needed Jeff after allowing the Ravens to score on that big possession just a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
As they are going to run another player out there. As I think that's Thomas. Carson coming out quickly. Here's the snap. It's good. The kick is up, and the kick is good by Wilson. That's exactly what we needed right there to make it 34-6 with 5:36 left to go here in the second quarter. And, well, Jeff, if you're McMinnville, yeah, you might be kicking yourself a little bit about that last possession.
Yeah.
However, the way they came back, that was exactly what they needed.
That is 100% what they needed to kind of take any momentum that Ridgeview felt like they might be gaining. Long drive there, Brian, 70 yards in 10 plays, taking 3 minutes and 40 seconds off the clock.
Well, big games tomorrow.
Big games tomorrow.
Got Oregon State going to take on San Diego State.
Yeah.
That should be interesting. I think it'll be another big victory for the Beavers, I hope.
I hope so, too. But, that's why you play the games again, right?
I wish you'd stop saying that.
Yeah, I know, but that's why you do play them. Every once in a while you
it's about the money. We all know that now, right?
Yeah, it seems like for a lot of schools anyways.
All the schools. All the schools. What else? Oregon is going to be taking on Hawaii. And that'll be a fun game as well.
Yeah, it's going to be Beaver game's going to be warm, looking in the sun all day. And then what time does the Oregon game start for you when you're done now? So right at the end of the peak heat, but into
I'll be
the
on
evenings.
The field, so it's cooler down there.
Is
the field,
it? That's
right?
what they say.
No, it's not. It's a lot warmer down there.
So does this get to all the kids? Does this kickoff make it to all the kids in the end zone there? The Pee Wee football players down there? Maybe that's a junior high or sixth grade football team in the end zone?
I think Salem has to watch out on this one.
Let's see.
All right.
Look at all those kids. They're getting ready. They're getting ready. They're going to start.
They are ready for this ball to come to them. They're not. It's going to be like a high. It's going to be a flag, actually. Wilson's going to be going,
Why is there a flag? What did this official call here?
Is the one in the middle?
What are we doing? That's not good because McMinnville had Ridgeview totally stumped. Well, what are we doing? Are you kidding me? Oh, my word. McMinnville was going to get that ball. There was nobody from Ridgeview even moving close to that ball. Now, of course, they know what's coming.
So now we're going to wave it off.
Yeah.
So we get our
deep to the end zone kick.
Well, we get our wave off for the game, right? Pick up the flag, even though the flag didn't come out, it looked like.
That's too bad because McMinnville, I think, might have gotten that ball.
It did surprise them. And now Wilson's going to say, all right, watch me do my stuff. Here's the kick, and it is
to the fence.
Which fence?
This close one.
Okay.
Yeah, it hit right on the goal line, the back of the goal line there by that pylon.
So perfect, and it's out of the end zone. And Jeff, with 5:36 to go, 34-6.
Yeah.
Grizzlies would love to get a stop here. They get the ball to start the second half as well.
And get a stop here. That actually, if you can get a stop and score here, Brian, that puts you into that running clock session again. So, and I don't think McMinnville would really necessarily be disappointed to get to that point. You got Lake Oswego looming.
Right.
Competition's going to step up starting next week.
Yes, it is, and you don't want to have any injuries, of course, but you're right. You want to save your guys. You want to be fresh.
Yep.
You want to get some other kids in there who want some playing time as well.
Absolutely.
Righty, as Millington comes on shotgun formation with 5:36 to go. He's going to throw a little quick out to the far side. It is caught going forward and then pushed out of bounds. And a quick hitter there is Whitmer once again.
Yeah, he's the go-to guy. That's his 5th reception, Brian. Where do they mark him out at? 25-yard line. So just 5-yard gain, and good job. They're trying to isolate him out there with just one wide receiver and another one blocking. And so far, good job by those two guys working in concert for McMinnville on the far side. I believe that's Kellen Strong, and it was Ackerman, but I don't think he's back in there. So I'm not quite sure who's that. I'm not quite sure who that is on the far side, but nice job working in tandem.
Millington looks over here on the near side. He throws as a quick hitter here once again, almost in the backfield, breaking one tackle, and then diving forward is Nakamura, and Nakamura is going to lean forward enough to get that 6 yards, and a first down for the Ravens.
Very efficient night for Adam Millington, 9 of 10 for 124 yards, just not able to get any big touchdown plays. Of course, 67 of those 124 came on one play.
1st and 10 now, 5:06 and counting. It is 34-6. Grizzlies have had control of this ball game here tonight. Millington, they're taking their time this time, the Ravens are, Jeff. They don't want to give them the ball back.
No, they do not.
They want to have a nice sustained drive with under 5 minutes. Here's a high snap. They're going to go quickly here to Ortiz. He's going to go forward, breaks one tackle, breaks the second. Flag comes flying in, and it's going to be enough for a first down at the 45, but there is a flag. A push to the back is what the initial indication is.
That's going to be what I would think it is, Brian. They get a wide receiver down the field trying to get some blocking going, and he can't. Once the defender back turns his back, you can't block him anymore, and I think that's what happened there. They're actually going to call holding. So.
Oh. Just like you said, 4:40 to go. It is a hold call. They're going to move it back to, let's see. The initial line of scrimmage was at the 31 after the penalty. It's back to the 30.
So 1st and 11, the old 1st and 11 play.
What's the craziest 1st and whatever play we've had? It had to be a Corvallis one, right?
Well, it wasn't a first down, though. It was an extra point.
Oh, yeah. That's even better.
Like eight personal foul penalties after the touchdown, and then they remember Corvallis scored the extra point. From like 60-some yards out. It was crazy.
Here's the handoff to Ortiz. He is going nowhere, and the defensive line comes in and makes a huge play. The first guy getting credit there was Kincaid Hyman. And the Grizzly McIrvin's also in there and doing a good job, and just threw him backwards for a loss of 1.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Brian, running has not come easy tonight.
No.
7 yards on 10 attempts for Ridgeview. So, that's less than a yard per carry. And they're just trying to do it, I think, to keep McMinnville at this point, in their lane, so to speak, so it can open up the passing game, but really – No big runs tonight. Longest run of the evening was 5 yards for Ridgeview.
Ortiz is back there. Millington drops back. He throws. He is hit hard. He gets it away. It's almost picked off on the far side. It is incomplete. Once again, good pressure there by the Grizzlies. They almost got to him.
Was that Landon Fay in there quickly, Brian?
So.
But I tell you what, that ball was snapped, and he just went in between that gap. I think it was between the guard and the center, and almost instantly – in the face of Adam Millington, and definitely hit him right as he was releasing the ball.
3rd and 11. Even though with a sustained drive, Jeff, they try to take some time off the clock. They haven't done a good job of that, really, because there's still 3:27 to go. They've got to pick up a big 3rd down, 3rd and 12.
Yeah, well, and McMinnville scored on 3 drives, Brian, in less than 2 minutes each time. So there's plenty of time for McMinnville.
They got to get a stop here.
Yes,
Millington drops back, looks to the right, throws to the right, and it's intercepted at the 45-yard line. Intercepted. Grizzlies get another big break. It was right to the receiver, and let's see who is that? Is that Blanco? It is. It is Blanco. And he comes with another big play. This time an interception with 3:20 to go.
Yeah, excellent field position at the 40+45 to go with it. So, wow, excellent timing right there by Blanco to come up with an interception for McMinnville. And plenty of time here for them to go down and score again if they would like to.
3:20. Sullivan has 45 yards to go as he is in shotgun formation. Let's see what they decide to do here on this first down play. Taking a little bit more time, making sure they have what they want. He's reading that defense, and they're going to show blitz. Sullivan's going to have a lot of time, though. He's going to step up. He's going to power up. He's going to throw, though. Throws it long into the end zone, and it's incomplete. There's a flag comes into the end zone. The pass seemed to be a little bit long. I believe that's White who was trying to set it up to get there, but the flag comes in the end zone, and let's see what they decide to call.
Yeah, If that's defensive pass interference, that's a tough call. Looked like great coverage. Of course, it was on the far side of the field. Hard to get all the angles, but they're calling pass interference on the defense. So McMinnville gets bailed out there a little bit as the ball now down to the 30-yard line. And
only 15-yarder.
Yeah.
So really, why – heard somebody talking about why not take the 15 yards when you may be giving up a touchdown.
Exactly. And I thought Sullivan was going to pull it down and just run straight up the middle because there was nobody in front of him. But he kind of threw that ball with a strong arm, kind of falling backwards a little bit.
It shows you his arm strength, doesn't it?
Well, in warm-ups, I was watching him. He's throwing it from the 50-yard line clear into the end zone, basically no problem. And that's what that throw was almost right there.
Exactly. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 30. Sullivan's going to keep it. He's going to keep it right up the middle. Goes forward, takes another hit. He's going to pick up about 8.5 yards there on the run. Another nice run there for Sullivan. And Jeff, he's going to keep doing that if they're going to give him that lane.
Yeah, he's got 49 yards on 7 carries. Running the ball tonight, Brian. And the clock's going to keep moving here. McMinnville probably in no hurry. But, if they score another touchdown here and can keep the Ravens from scoring, we'll have a running clock to start the second half. So, again, that'll be good because you get your starters out if you can and let them rest.
You are correct. As they drop back, look to the left and throws to the left, and it is caught, and it's going to be still fighting his way. Can't tell if that's Gibson or not, but it's
Gibson or Blanco. It's one of the two. That's my guess.
You're probably maybe Blanco.
I can't see that number though.
It's Blanco, I think.
Yeah.
And with the lights, when it goes a little bit dark, it's hard to see those numbers. You are right. It is going to be a first down for McMinnville with 2:19 and counting to go here in the first half.
4th reception for Blanco on the evening. He's got 49 yards on those 4 receptions.
So far, not a bad night for him either. As they come up here with the 2-minute mark looming. Sullivan has 2 receivers here on the near side. One of those is Wilson on the far side. And they got Gibson in the backfield. He's going to move over and help with protection. Nope, they're going to say
timeout. Or nope, we got a flag here. I didn't see this flag. Oh, offsides. Ridgeview now penalties really starting to become an issue. That's their 7th penalty for 65 yards tonight, Brian.
How many for McMinnville?
2. That's
huge.
That's huge. We talked about it after that first game about 19 penalties in that first game, I believe it was, that were accepted. And last week they did a good job. I think they had 6 or 7 in the game, which is okay. Especially in a game that you blew the other team out, they didn't hurt you. Well, so far tonight, 2 penalties is a great first half if you can keep it that low. As McMinnville now 1st and 5 on the 10-yard line of Ridgeview.
1:48 to go. Sullivan's going to keep it. He's going to stutter step his way, and he fights and he plows it forward. He's pushing, and does he get in? The official does say touchdown, Grizzlies. What a run there by Kane Sullivan. He adds to his rushing total, right around 54, 55, but more importantly, another touchdown.
That's just incredible, Brian. And nice job by him. Looked like he ran into his own guy when he cut back against the grain, so to speak, and just kind of used that big size of his to get in for the touchdown. Puts him up at 59 yards, Brian, with 2 rushing touchdowns.
All righty, here's a big kick now. As we come on to get the extra point, the kick is up, and the kick is good. That makes it 41-6. And, Jeff, that's exactly what the Grizzlies wanted. That's exactly what they got there as the field goal goes up, or extra point goes up and in. And the Grizzlies do lead now 41-6 with 1:39 left to go in the first half. And which means we'll be in a running clock here in just moments.
If they can keep him out of the end zone for the rest of this half.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So let's do that. Get your young guys out there and play.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. I know a certain team who tried to bring a lot of young guys last week to a game, and they just kind of helped cheer. It was a closer game than expected.
Than they thought it was going to be, huh?
You are correct.
Would that be Springfield and Marist?
Nope.
No.
But we'll have some scores for you at halftime, and we will talk to you about all the games going around the state.
Interesting.
And bring you scores from around not only our league, but everywhere.
Patton Middle School versus Judson Middle School? Oh, mercy.
Mercy.
Minute and 39 here to go.
All righty. Wilson has been so good kicking that ball into the end zone. Let's see what he decides to do here. They tried to do a little short kick last time until we had a whistle, or I'm not sure it was inadvertent, but a whistle.
Yep.
And here is Wilson. He's going to kick a high one, it looks like. It's going to be short. He's taking out the 10-yard line. Goes across the 15, stutter step across the 20, 25, 30, and then taking it around to the 34-yard line. And that's where the Ravens will start with 1:30 to go here in the second quarter, as the score is 41-6 here at halftime. And looking at scoring, Jeff, I think the Grizzlies have got to be one of the top scoring teams in the state, and you've got something you just saw.
Well, he was tackled at the 34, clearly. Where's the ball?
36. I'm always a yard off, right? Not that way.
It couldn't have been any more clear that that's where he was.
Oh,
my.
Here's the handoff, and nothing there. And a huge takedown in the backfield. And coming up there with a big play.
I think that was Landon
I think
Fay
that was
again.
Jake Ryan, maybe,
Oh, Jake
too.
Ryan, okay. 5-yard loss
We'll
again.
give them both credit. How's that?
Yeah, Ryan Nakamura with his second 5-yard loss of the game.
And almost they ended up with a handoff.
They did.
I mean,
that was
that's
so quick.
So quick.
Is Ridgeview just going to take they're taking their time in the huddle, that's for sure. I don't know if they want any more of this action that McMinnville has just dominated this first half. Like, dominated, like they did last week.
Come up to the ball quickly now. And under center, going to hand off. Ortiz breaks one tackle, and he may have had his jersey pulled, but that did stop him as he got past the original line of scrimmage to the 40-yard line then. And it's going to be a pretty good pickup there for the Ravens.
Going to give him 6 yards or so.
They'll take that as we hit the 27-second mark.
3rd and 6, and are they going to hurry to try and...
I'd say one more play
One more play, and come on, McMinnville, let's keep him out of the end zone. Yeah, I'll give you dilly bars.
We might be making the 8:30 train tomorrow morning then, huh? And here we go. Here's the handoff Ortiz. He's not going to get anywhere. Nothing. And it's great defense, that interior line doing its job once again. And, Jeff, you can say they had a great first half.
Yeah.
They just had one possession, actually one big play that really changes that. But our score at halftime is 41-6. It has been all McMinnville here tonight, and we'll talk about this, plus much, much more as we will go through. We'll break down what's going on in the other games from around the state. We'll talk to you about that. We'll also just kind of, have fun, and we'll bring you all the action. Coming up here as our halftime show will begin in just moments. Our score, 41-6, McMinnville on top of Ridgeview. Don't go away. You're listening and watching YonHillToday.com.
Transitions in life. Sometimes it's difficult. One of the biggest transitions is when a loved one leaves us. Macy & Son is there for you, a trusted friend for 5 generations in Yamhill County. At that time, you will have lots of questions, and you need someone to walk with you every step of the way. Burial or cremation, and a myriad of options. Let Macy & Son walk that journey with you. Macy & Son McMinnville, 5 generations helping with funeral and family needs.
If you are looking for a financial advisor located here in McMinnville, Bethany A. Blinn has you covered. She has a holistic approach and understands what is most important to you, using an established process to build personalized strategies and partnering with you throughout your life to help keep you on track. Her investment philosophy is a long-term approach with an emphasis on quality, durability, historical context, and common sense. Give Bethany at Edward Jones a call at 503-472-0555. And go Grizzlies! At Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, their orthopedic surgeons specialize in diagnosing, preventing, and treating disorders and injuries that affect muscles, tendons, nerves, ligaments, bones, joints, and other connective tissues. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine strive to give you the highest quality of care with the most up-to-date orthopedic surgical techniques and non-operative treatments to help you get back into doing the things you enjoy. Their goal is to help you live your life to the fullest. Give them a call at 503-435-4520. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
Grizzly Nation, wake up! I'm here at Big Box Returns, and now I'm excited for the next second half of football. Here at Big Box Returns, we've got loads of deals. So come on down the weekend after the game and find some amazing things. Go Grizzlies!
As we come back here.
Grizzly Nation, wake up! I'm here at Big Box.
There we go.
Hi.
As we come back here, Brian Harrison along with Jeff Ivey. And Jeff, our halftime score is 41-6. And it has been all McMinnville, which is good to see. And you mentioned, this is the second time in 2 weeks we've been in this position.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that in 20 years of doing games. No. So interesting. It's fun to see. And I think the stats really sum that up. And you will give us those right now.
They really do, Brian. And I'll tell you what. If McMinnville can do this for like 4 weeks in a row, maybe I will buy the dilly bars for the whole team. Or let's get a kickoff return tonight. Let's get a big box return in tonight for a touchdown on a kickoff. Maybe come out of the to start the second half and get that kickoff right off the get-go. Man, I tell you what a great first half for McMinnville on all phases of the game, other than the blocked extra point. It has just been. McMinnville came out red hot and rolling. Looking at team statistics, McMinnville's 10 first downs to Ridgeview's 3, 276 total yards unofficially on 27 plays for McMinnville, just over 10 yards a play. Ridgeview 139 yards on 26 total plays, 5.3 yards per play. Passing, Kane Sullivan 10 of 12, which is 84% nearly for 126 yards. It's 12.5 yards of completion. And Ridgeview on the other side, Adam Millington, 10 of 13. So he's doing a good job there, 77%. The only problem is he's thrown two interceptions on the game tonight, Brian. So it's just been one of those nights, through one interception in that first half. But rushing 150 yards on the ground on 15 carries for McMinnville, 10 yards a carry. McMinnville's defense, what can you say rushing tonight? 13 carries, 6 total yards, averaging a half yard per play on the rushing side of the ball. It's no wonder that Ridgeview has pretty much abandoned the running attack because there's just nothing there. Penalties, 2 for 25 for McMinnville, 7 for 65 for Ridgeview. 2 total turnovers for Ridgeview, none for McMinnville. It's been a couple weeks since McMinnville's had a turnover. They recovered a fumble and got an interception tonight. 2 punts for McMinnville, for Ridgeview, averaging 20 yards per punt. Average drive start tonight for McMinnville, the 49-yard line. Average drive start for Ridgeview, the 25-yard line. And Ridgeview has had the ball more time, about 14 minutes to 10 minutes for McMinnville. Looking at the individual statistics first for Ridgeview. Again, Adam Millington has done a good job, 10 of 13 for 133 yards. Problem is he threw an interception that kind of stalled a drive, and he's thrown just to 3 wide receivers tonight. His favorite target, Wesley Whitmer, 5 receptions for 37 yards. Logan Nakamura, 3 receptions for 84 yards. Of course, the 67-yard pass that ultimately led to the score was the biggest play of the night for Ridgeview. And Ishan Ortiz, 2 receptions for 12 yards. Tonight, Adam Milligan's carried the ball 2 times, minus 5 yards. Ishan Ortiz carried the ball 8 times for 15 yards and a touchdown. And Raiden Nakamura's carried the ball 3 times for minus 4 yards. So the defense has just come to play tonight, but so has the offense, quite honestly. Kane Sullivan, again, another outstanding night. He had 2 touchdown passes last week. Well, he's done the same thing in the first half here tonight. He's 10 of 12, 226 yards for 2 touchdowns. He's also carried the ball 8 times, 59 yards and 2 touchdowns. Hayden Church, 3 carries, 21 yards and a touchdown. Nick Gibson, carried the ball 3 times for 67 yards and a touchdown, averaging 22 yards per carry tonight. The 2 big guys that I wanted to see in the backfield having big rushing nights, Hayden Church and Nick Gibson. And Bryce Wilson rushing the ball 1 time for 3 yards, but on the other side of the ball, he's had 3 receptions for 50 yards and a touchdown, leading all receivers for McMinnville. Gabe Blanco has 4 total receptions for 49 yards, and Kellen Strong 6 receptions for 17 yards. So it's just been a dominating first half by the McMinnville offense, defense, and special teams. Ridgeview took the opening drive and had something going, but on 3rd and 1, McMinnville's defense stepped up and stopped Ortiz in the backfield, and they got the ball at their own 37-yard line, and it only took them a minute and 41 seconds, 4 plays. They went 63 yards. It was a 19-yard touchdown run by Kane Sullivan, and after Wilson had the ball up on the extra point, it was 7-0. McMinnville's defense forced a punt by Ridgeview on their ensuing possession, and then McMinnville took the ball with 3:27 to go in the first quarter and went 66 yards, again in 4 plays, this time only a minute and 38 seconds. It was a 39-yard touchdown run by Nick Gibson. Again, the kick was good, and it was 14-0 with a minute 49 to go in the first quarter. Very first snap that Ridgeview took on their ensuing possession, it was a fumble, and recovered there, I believe, by Kellen Strong. And McMinnville, it only took them 1 play to go, the 22 yards that they had to go. It was a 22-yard pass from Kane Sullivan to Bryce Wilson. And the kick was blocked. The worst special teams play of the night, the kick was blocked on the extra point. So it was 20-0 at that point. Ridgeview was forced to a punt on their next possession. McMinnville only had to go 35 yards because the punt was not good. They went 35 yards in 5 plays in a minute and 27 seconds. You're going to see a theme of how long their drives were. Minute 41, minute 38, minute 27. It was a 5-yard touchdown run that time by Hayden Church, and the kick was good, and it was 27-0 Ridgeview. Ridgeview was not to be outdone, though, Brian. They showed some fight. Thought that maybe the game was way over, but they took their next drive. They went 80 yards in 3 plays. The big play, the 67-yard pass. They went in a minute and 16 seconds. The final play was a 10-yard touchdown run by Ortiz. The snap was fumbled. They tried to pass into the end zone, but that pass failed, and it was 27-0. McMinnville went on their longest drive of the night. 3 minutes and 40 seconds, the longest drive maybe of the year. They went 70 yards in 10 plays. It was a 20-yard touchdown pass to Kellen Strong again. And when the kick was up and the kick was good, it was 34-6. Gabe Blanco on the next possession for Ridgeview intercepted the ball as Ridgeview was driving, quite frankly, had some good plays. And McMinnville then went a minute and 41 seconds in 4 plays, 45 yards, 10-yard run by Kane Sullivan, and that leaves us where we are with the score 41-6 at the halftime break.
It's a good place to be.
Yeah, it's a really good place to be.
It really is. As we're going to have the dance team come up here in just a second. So it'd be nice to see the how the Grizzlies come out in the second half. It will be a running clock to as we start the second half, and we'll get you some scores now here as I'm trying to.
When you say the dance team, I mean like
all
the dance team. That's like the kids, the littles, the tinies, the big kids. That's awesome. All getting out there with some of them got pom-poms, shiny pom-poms. Some are waving to their parents. That's got to be fun for those little kids out there to be out there with the dance team tonight.
Definitely
as
memories
trying to
there.
Get all lined up and get everybody going as we got about 4 minutes here and left in the halftime. See if we can find some scores.
Well, I got some for you.
Okay, let's hear them.
South Salem on top of Grants Pass, 20-0.
They're on the road, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They took the road trip. A lot of them left early today. Left class.
Quiet afternoon in the halls of South Salem.
Yeah, not as quiet as you'd think.
Okay.
South Medford, they're on top of McNary. McNary trailing 21-0. Cascade on top of Sweet Home, 28-0. We've got Woodburn trailing to West Albany 56-7.
Oh boy,
that's a tough one there.
I'm guessing that's running clock.
Oh, yeah. Junction City are on top of Staten, 28-0. That's at the half. You've got Sheldon Sprague, no score that we have. And
see if I
then
can find some scores there.
Scio taking on Amity. Amity trailing 28-8. And hopefully we can get a score from that as well. But Jeff has got some more.
Dallas up 14-7 on Tomlin's Old School. Lebanon. Yep, 14-7 in the second. Thank you goes out to Jay, my reporter in the Polk County area.
You got people everywhere.
Source, I do. Trying to see if we can find something else here.
Dayton won yesterday, in case you're looking for that.
Yeah.
They ended up winning their game from yesterday.
Kennedy 7, Yamhill Carlton 6 at the end of the first quarter.
Oh, there you go. It's a close one.
Yeah.
So we've got a few scores coming in slowly, as they seem to be, as we still have them getting ready for the dance team presentation down there. And let's see if we can get some more scores here. As I just about jumped off my chair here, but whatever.
Check some websites here real quick, Brian.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go right now because
not a lot of tweets going on.
You've got, as you said, that Kennedy 35, Yamhill Carl 13 now at halftime.
Okay.
Well, that one just came in. And, you're right. I don't know what it is.
Some nights it's really good, and some nights it's not good as far as coverage statewide. But we'll see what we can do here.
There you go. Jeremy McDonald over at Junction City game. And Junction City's on top of Staten, 28-0. And so we'll let Jeff figure out some more scores as well as we may cut to a break here as we get this music going here. We'll see what we do there. Just a reminder, our game coming up next week will be on Thursday.
At Lake Oswego.
Yeah, so we'll be on the road and heading there and bringing all the action here, very shortly. So it'll be fun. So that'll be a Thursday night game next week. So we will take a break. Jeff's still trying to scour some scores, but we will take a break here. We're still a halftime show. Don't go away. Our score is 41-6. We're at halftime. We'll be back right after this.
At Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, their orthopedic surgeons specialize in diagnosing, preventing, and treating disorders and injuries that affect muscles, tendons, nerves, ligaments, bones, joints, and other connective tissues. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine strive to give you the highest quality of care with the most up-to-date orthopedic surgical techniques and non-operative treatments to help you get back into doing the things you enjoy. Their goal is to help you live your life to the fullest. Give them a call at 503-435-4520. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
Caring creates healthier lives and healthier communities. And when you need health care, we're here for you, providing medical expertise with a human touch, right here at home, whenever you may need us. From welcoming newborns into the world to life-changing surgeries, routine health screenings to life-saving emergency care, we're here to provide compassionate, high-quality health care to you and your loved ones. From the routine to the unforeseen, we're here for you.
If you're looking for a financial advisor located here in McMinnville, Bethany A. Blinn has you covered. She has a holistic approach and understands what is most important to you, using an established process to build personalized strategies and partnering with you throughout your life to help keep you on track. Her investment philosophy is a long-term approach with an emphasis on quality, durability, historical context, and common sense. Give Bethany at Edward Jones a call at 503-472-0555. And go Grizzlies!
What is Big Box Returns?
Big Box is rugs.
Big Box is refrigerators.
Big Box is pillows.
Big Box is air filters.
Big Box is luggage.
Big Box is sporting goods and American Girl movie night.
Big Box is flooring.
Big Box is bedding.
So that means Big Box is lighting.
Big Box Returns. Open Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 5.
Transitions in life. Sometimes it's difficult. One of the biggest transitions is when a loved one leaves us. Macy and Son is there for you, a trusted friend for 5 generations in Yamhill County. At that time, you will have lots of questions, and you need someone to walk with you every step of the way. Burial or cremation, and a myriad of options at Journey with You. Macy and Son McMinnville, 5 generations helping with funeral and family needs.
Caring creates healthier lives and healthier communities. And when you need health care, we're here for you, providing medical expertise with a human touch, right here at home, whenever you may need us. From welcoming newborns into the world to life-changing surgeries, routine health screenings to life-saving emergency care, we're here to provide compassionate, high-quality health care to you and your loved ones. From the routine to the unforeseen, we're here for you.
As we come back here, Brian Erickson, Jeff Ivey, and Jeff, you have an inquisitive look on your face.
Well, I'll ask you at the next break.
Okay. So
How's that sound?
Okay. Well, I'm curious now.
Yeah.
You have an update for us, though, a big score update.
Yeah, at the half, it's Wesleyan 29, Jesuit 7. Sorry.
It's not right to laugh. I'm going to cry. I'm so happy.
I feel sorry for the kids, but it's just so much Jesuit and Sheldon and Wesleyan and those big schools, doing it well. Wesleyan is doing it to Jesuit like Jesuit used to do to Wesleyan. So
I am a public school snob.
Yes,
so
yeah, and I'm not trying to make light of it. It's just it's just nice to see things flip around once in a while.
Oh yes, it is, and I'm not making light of it. Oh yes, I am.
Yeah.
So as we get ready to kick off here comes the kick. The Grizzlies will have the kick. Remember, a return all the way is dilly bar time. This side's not going to be it. Here's the kick across the 25 to about the 27-yard line.
Can we get a 27th of a dilly bar on a kickoff like that to the 27-yard line? Like we get a quarter of a dilly bar? No?
Nope. Mr. Thorkelson is not going to go for that.
Okay, well, I tried.
Yeah,
I'm trying for the team.
He
on
wants
a hot night like tonight? Come on.
Still a lot of time left. It could happen, right?
Well, there's not that much time left, Brian. It's already 12 minutes.
Game
long.
3. Game 3. This is
That's
all
true.
season
That's
long.
true. This is true.
This is an all season long
Yes.
thing. All right. Let's see what type of changes now. Maybe, Jeff, you stick with your starters for a little bit.
Yeah, Kane's still in there at the quarterback position. Wide receivers are starters, running back starter, but we're already a minute into this first half, Brian.
Yes, we are. Running clock here as we will have Sullivan shotgun formation. Here's the handoff right up the middle and going to go for a couple yards.
Was that Nick Gibson on the run, I think?
Nice hard run, but only for a couple. They're going to give them 2.
Yeah.
And so you're going to see probably a lot of that, Jeff. You're not going to see the defense try to do anything crazy or try to show anything, really. You want to keep it as close to your vest as possible.
Yep. Let's take time off the clock. Keep that clock a-moving.
We are at 10:30 to go in the third quarter already.
If there was a school dance, the DJ better be getting ready.
Yes, the good old days. Sullivan, his shotgun formation, he's going to take some time. He may have taken too much time.
Stop the clock, though. Keep it going.
And they are going to call a timeout. And the officials are saying timeout.
That is when you.
Yeah, is that the only time you do it?
That and like in between touchdowns.
They picked up the flag too. The one back official threw a flag, so they are going to pick that up as the timeout was called in time. So we'll keep it right here, and so you don't have to write down what you're going to tell me, but I can always wait. Just don't forget.
Okay, I won't. I got it.
Okay, you're writing it down.
Just
You're
gonna
taking
write
notes.
That word right there.
Thursday is the word he's writing down. We do have a
That's
game
with the
Thursday
T.
night.
That's right.
So
Next at Lake Oswego.
yes, so we'll be on the road.
New place for me to broadcast from.
Same here.
Okay.
Same
Check.
here.
Check.
Exactly. So there's really, if we look at it, there's very few places
Very
we
few
haven't
6A
called.
schools.
6A schools.
Yes.
I know one that I haven't been lucky enough to go to Sherwood. You've been there.
I have
We
been
did
in the
one
bowl.
on. We did
At
one
the
online.
new Sherwood.
The new one.
Yes.
Yes, the old one we've
Beautiful.
done. I've done one online for us, and then you guys went last year.
Yep.
When you filled in for me when I was taking
Sands Country.
Yes, my wife took me. As we go here,
Wow.
as they hand off, breaks one tackle, and Gibson goes out of bounds. Nice hard run. That's one thing, Jeff, you see about Gibson is he runs hard as there is a flag.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a block in the back or a hold, one of the two. So he's going to get like a 2-yard run, and then back it up. So,
it is a hold against McMinnville. The clock continues to run. We're at 9:45 to go in the third quarter. It is 41-6. I wonder if we look back at all the records throughout the mini games that are played each week, and probably all of football, how many teams have come back in a running clock and won? I don't know if it's even happened. Has to be difficult.
That's a great question.
Well, there you go. Something to look into. Maybe we'll call Mr. Weber at the OSAA. Here we go. Sullivan's going to throw it. He looks to the left. He throws it. A little wheel route over on the far side. And going forward, and he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but not before he is pushed out of bounds. Gain of about 4, well, maybe 5.
Yeah, Gabe Blanco on the play there. Just, going to give him 5 to the 27-yard line. That's his 5th reception tonight.
8:52 and counting. I got to tell you, last week I was able to listen to the game for South Salem. Almost the last 10 minutes of it.
Well, I listened about 2.5 of it.
Yeah, probably more than I should have. As stepping up, as Sullivan's got pressure, he's going to throw it away. He does, and he throws it way out of bounds on the far side into the Raven bench. And it's going to bring up 4th down for McMinnville.
Only the 3rd incompletion tonight for Gabe, or Kane, excuse me.
And
I almost said Gage Gabrud, so.
You're going way back.
That's back a few years, isn't it?
As we are at 8:10 and counting, it is going to bring up a 4th down. Is this the first punt tonight?
First punt.
All righty.
Let's get a big one here.
All righty, Sullivan back there to punt.
Oh, they didn't. Somebody didn't even come out to pick up the tee after the kickoff. The official just threw it off the field there. Okay, everybody's pointing for McMinnville. Who you got? I got this guy. Okay, I'm going to get this guy. Okay, you got that guy.
Here's the pressure goes right through the hands, and then falling down, and then getting up, and then getting the kick off. It's not going to be great. And ball is tipped, and now it's on the ground. Who's going to get it? And looks like Ridgeview is going to come up with it. And that was an interesting decision by the player to try to bat it in the air.
That was crazy.
And the Grizzlies, they punted, but it wasn't a very long punt. And the Ridgeview Ravens now have the ball in their best field position of the night.
It was touched, they're going to say, at the 37-yard line. So a 10-yard punt, that's not bad.
With the pressure of dropping it through your hands, I would say it's okay.
Yeah. So they take over with about 7:15 to go. That's great field position for them. And that's not what you wanted to do there. 10-yard punt.
Not at all. As we are at 8:32 this evening here on YamHillToday.com. Glad to have you here. As we've hit the 6:50 mark.
Man, we're already almost halfway through the third quarter.
I know. It's gone quick.
It has.
As Ridgeview steps up now, they're going to try to see if they can make something out of this, and they're going to show a little draw play right up there. It's going to break 1 tackle, 2 tackles. Jeff says the flag down. There is, but going into near the 5-yard line, as we'll get that near the bar, and it's going to be very close. And let's see what the flag is going to be, Jeff.
It's all about the block in the back of the hold, Brian. Yeah, holding. Yeah, so that's going to nullify that play.
Would have been one of their bigger plays in the night.
It would have. It'd take that 67-yarder out. It certainly was. But, again, a penalty negates a big play. And McMinnville should be accepting this. It almost looked like they were like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? So the ball's going to be back to the 47-yard line since the hold happened in the backfield. Now, there you go, 10 yards. You know, I got to say, those penalties, though, they take off like a minute, minute and 15, 20 seconds off the play clock. I'm not going to.
We're at 5:30 already. Right about now.
Anything negative.
No, it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is what
again,
it is.
We haven't been in that position on this side of the running clock very often.
Correct. And now we're here twice in 2 weeks.
Yep, back-to-back weeks.
I think people will be opening their eyes like, ooh, look at this McMinnville team now. They're 3-0. They get through this game.
And they're playing well.
Here we go. Millington is going to pitch it over on the far side and trying to cut it upfield. Going to be positive yards. Breaks through 1 tackle and skies into the air as they come in there. And Jeff, you saw something.
Well, there's somebody. Oh, I thought he got knocked cold. Okay, he's getting up now. I thought he took a kind of a vicious block on that far side. And
Nakamura with a run there, and he gets quite a few yards back. Still going to be 2nd down and 12 after the penalties.
It's about 8 there. Hey, I want a special shout out. I'm just getting a text here. Somebody's watching us. Who's watching us here, Brian?
It could be anyone.
My mom's watching us.
Very nice.
Hi,
Mary.
Mom.
As we're at
hope
2nd
you're having
down
a good
now.
night.
Here's the handoff to Nakamura. He's going to go right up the middle, and he's going to try to get back to the original line of scrimmage. He does, but then is pretty much wrapped up and thrown backwards. He will get forward momentum. Going to bring up 3rd down and 10. Yeah. Well, let me say 3rd and 11 as they move it back a yard. Shocking. True story. Wouldn't lie to you.
Not intentionally anyways. I mean, it's crazy how they put the ball down and move it, or where you look like they went down and then he's back a yard.
Yeah, it's all good.
Are they putting it where their feet are, not where their knee went down?
Best guess.
Yeah.
Here he goes, Millington. He's going to drop back. He's going to look. He's going to throw long. As a receiver, it's up, and
what
it
a
is
catch.
caught. What a catch into the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens.
That was number 18 on your score sheet, Brian. Zach Asplund. What an incredible catch. Tipped, bumped, tipped, and touchdown.
Asplund was able to get his backside in the right spot there to guard out his defender, and kind of throwing the ball up for grabs was Millington, and he was able to pull it down. As Asplund, you look on the score sheet, as you said, Jeff, 6 foot, played bigger than that, though, going up for that big catch, and that makes it 41-12.
Second biggest play of the night for Ridgeview. 10 of 14 on the night for Millington. One interception. They're going to go for 2 here. I guess that's what the scorecard says to do.
Does it say that?
I guess.
All right, we'll take it. As they go up here,
Yeah,
and they are going to not get it. And that is where we'll stand there with the score 41-12 with 2:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. Don't go away. We've got more football coming up here on YamhillToday.com. At Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, their orthopedic surgeons specialize in diagnosing, preventing, and treating disorders and injuries that affect muscles, tendons, nerves, ligaments, bones, joints, and other connective tissues. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine strive to give you the highest quality of care with the most up-to-date orthopedic surgical techniques and non-operative treatments to help you get back into doing the things you enjoy. Their goal is to help you live your life to the fullest. Give them a call at 503-435-4520. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
McMinnville Les Schwab is a proud sponsor of Grizzly football on Yamhill Today. When you shop at Les Schwab, they promise you the best tire value. This means you get free peace of mind protection and free lifetime tire and mileage care included in your purchase. McMinnville Les Schwab. They want to be the neighbor down the street you know and trust. We thank McMinnville Les Schwab for their support of McMinnville Grizzly football.
As we come back to action here, is picked up at about the 5-yard line, goes across the 10, and then taken down at about the 17. You see a little bit of life coming into the Ravens now, as they do trail 41-12, but they did score in their last possession. And, of course, you see a lot of guys getting in there, Jeff, too, who haven't had some playing time.
Yeah.
For both sides. Well, mainly for McMinnville, because Ridgeview didn't travel a lot.
They didn't, and there's not a lot of depth there. So
correct.
You do have, looks like a good number of backups in there now, Brian. That I believe that is the backup quarterback. He's much smaller, but so I believe that's Drew.
As they come up there, and this is where the dark red jerseys and the black numbers make it hard. And Bizon is the quarterback, I do believe, as he hands it off.
Not quite sure who carried that ball.
I think we're going to get a little bit of that here tonight till we get those numbers kind of hard to see, but it is 1:06 to go here in the the third quarter. I heard that. I'm not going to guess who that might have been.
I think it might have been Gibson.
Gibson, okay.
He's still in there. That's what I'm going to give it to.
All right, under a minute to go, and we've got a flag in the backfield. That was expected. Yeah, false start will be called. And as you said, Jeff, those penalties do keep the clock going. Slowly but surely.
We're going to make it, right? We're going to beat the 9 o'clock hour tonight.
Well,
we're close.
You're at 8:39 to go, so you guessed it right last week.
Right on the dot almost.
Yeah, I think you are exactly right. Here's the handoff. Is that Gibson? To break one tackle, goes forward, and maybe a couple more, but really nothing to speak of as he gets to
the 20.
Yeah, maybe the 20.
And that will be the last play of the third quarter.
And that'll end our third quarter of play. All righty, after 3, McMinnville leads 41-12. Don't go away. The fourth quarter is coming up shortly here on YamhillToday.com as we'll bring you the fourth quarter right away.
Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic and Sports Rehab wants to see you make a full and quick recovery so that you can get back into life and the things that you like to do. Their friendly staff will listen and encourage and guide you through each step of the rehabilitation process. From low back pain to post-surgical rehabilitation after a shoulder surgery or knee replacement, they are here to help. They also offer treatment for sports injuries and hands-on personal training for those who want to perform at their athletic best. Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic, and Sports Rehab. Give them a call at 503-435-1900.
Grizzly Nation, wake up! I'm here at Big Boss Returns, and now I'm excited for the next second half of football. Here at Big Boss Returns, we've got loads of deals. So come on down the weekend after the game and find some amazing things. Go Grizzlies!
As we come back to action here, and right away, Grizzlies throw it. Bizon throws it, a little screen pass, and cutting up the middle as they have a nice job. And only a few yards. It was 3rd and 9, and only picked up a couple there, Jeff, despite breaking the tackle.
Yep, that was out to Wilson, I believe. Just a gain of, what are they going to give him? 3 yards. Yeah. But it was a nice pass by Bizon out there.
11:26 to go as the punting team comes on to kick for the Grizzlies.
Okay, you got him. Okay, me. Okay, you. Okay, okay.
Well, lots of points.
You sure you got him? I like that.
And lots of taking of time off the clock.
That's just fine.
Here's the snap, a little bit sideways, and they get it off. And it's going to be a pretty good kick. Hits it about the 43, picked up to the 37. Coming this side, coming here, and then twisting around, and then going the other way, breaks one tackle, gets across the 50. This is not all right. Goes across the 30, just as a flag, down to the 10. Another flag comes flying.
There's 4 on the field now.
There's laundry all over the field, but the Ridgeview Ravens do get into the end zone, and let's see what the officials have to say about that, though. Because, as Jeff said, he pretty much called them all.
Yeah. I don't know if any official has a flag left except the head official.
Well, then you go to your helmet, your hat, right?
Yeah, that's right. And then a sock and a shoe.
I hope it stops there. I really do. Please.
So does the crowd. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff that happened that, like block in the back, maybe a push in the back, a hold, all kinds of stuff.
It's when you wish you had the microphone so you can have the official just kind of read a litany of penalties and everything else as they continue. We've just hit the 10-minute mark now, and so they are still talking.
Take your time.
Well, they are. They've got to pick up their flags. That'll take another 20 seconds, and now they're going to talk and figure out. And
it's going to be 10 yards from back where the ball was fielded, I think. I'm pretty sure.
It's way back.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that such a long time ago. As they pick up the flags and the ball, and they're marching on back. Let's get the official here. block the backers out of hold.
That one's declined, the hold.
Okay.
Holding.
There's 2.
Yeah, and they're going to accept it. Okay. So it must have been holding on the far side and then holding on the near side. And the coach is out there saying, what are you guys doing? Takes 3 officials to come over to talk to him. Make sure we get the explanation.
And the interesting thing is it's taken 2 minutes and 20 seconds to figure it all out.
And we're okay with that.
I think it's pretty much the same, right? Coach Flegge is going to talk about it, and he's not sure he agrees with it.
The coach is pointing one way, the head official's pointing the other. He's like, no, it's over here. It might have been during the kick instead of after the kick. If it's during the kick, then it's from where you caught the ball is the 10 yards back. If it happened post-possession where the flag was, but this appears to be a holding while the team was running down to cover before the catch was made. So
I don't think Coach Flegge's going to take that.
No, I don't think he appreciates that, does he?
No, I think he probably thinks you're the teacher in Charlie Brown.
Wah, 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 wah.
And he's not listening to anything you have to say. But with that said and done and everything all sorted out, it's going to be Raven ball at the 27-yard line, and we have 8:07 to go in this ball game. As you may be better than last week, Jeff.
Maybe.
Possibly. Here we go. Trips here on the near side for Millington and his Ravens. He's going to throw it to the far side, though. And it is going to be hit once. It's going to be a first down, and then lunging forward to get that first down. I believe that may be Asplund there.
Yep.
It's funny. They went to Whitmer, I believe,
so much
in the first half. And then now they decide that Asplund is going to be a big part of this game. And he got the touchdown pass.
He did with a great touchdown pass. That was an incredible play. Their first down now for Ridgeview here in the second half.
7:15 to go.
Only 4th of the game.
Here's the pitch over here on the near side, and they're going to run
Nice
right
play.
at us. It is a good play. Spinning
Great
around
play.
is Ortiz, still on his feet. He's going to try to keep the ball and keep it tucked in, but it keeps getting exposed.
Yeah.
But it was a nice run there, 7.5 yards.
Hey, I want to give credit to on that play, Caden Foster. The linebacker came up. He didn't ultimately make the tackle, but he slowed down Ortiz long enough to have 5 or 6 other red shirts come in and make a great play. So nice job there by Caden Foster on the initial hit.
Love to see that experience, that effort here given by these kids who are getting some time out there.
Yeah. And when you say time, there's not much left.
No, 6:30 to be exact. Second down and 3. Millington is taking his own time. He's got Nakamura in motion. Millington's going to throw it to Nakamura. He catches it, tries to string it out, going to get a first down or more across the 50. Gets inside Grizzly territory as a flag comes flying in at the 42-yard line of the Grizzlies.
My guess is on that one, it's going to be a face mask. So tack on a little bit more.
Well, they're going to talk about it and seem to be doing it with a little urgency now, some of the officials, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
As they have that running clock.
Face mask, and it looks like the 5-yard variety.
Inadvertent.
Yep.
5:45 to go in the ball game. It is 41-12. It's been all McMinnville here tonight.
Unfortunately, the final score is not going to show what the big blowout it was, and with all these yards that Ridgeview is getting here towards the end of the game, the yardage discrepancy that was there for so much of the game is not going to end up being there. But you got all starters in there for Ridgeview going against JV players.
You do. As Millington throws it across the middle, incomplete. I believe that's Nakamura, who was the intended target, and wasn't able to come down with it. And you're right, Jeff. I mean, you've got some kids in there who are playing for the first time, getting some good experience for the Grizzlies, and that's what you need to do. And when you're Ridgeview, you don't travel a lot of guys.
Nope.
They didn't have a lot of guys on their roster to begin with, to be honest with you.
There might be 30 guys over the total with the 11 that are out there and another 19, 20 on the sideline on the far side. So, they're 30, 35 on the far side. And you don't have a lot of backups to go to. A nice play there. Got to wrap up and tackle, and that's what those young guys are going to learn.
Ortiz breaks it, gets inside the 20, 10, and he dives into the end zone. Maybe he gets it. He does. He gets the score to make it 41-18. And even though Ortiz...
Grizzly Nation, wake up! I'm here at Big Box Returns, and now I'm excited for the next second half of football. Here at Big Box Returns, we've got loads of deals. So come on down the weekend after the game and find some amazing things. Go Grizzlies!
As we come back there, sorry about that, a little skip in the action as he does get the touchdown, Jeff. And you're right, this score now goes 41-18. And Ortiz looks like he's got a pretty good game, but you have to realize, too, some of this was in time that really, didn't count, as the extra point is up, and it is good. And we will adjust the score here. And the score now reads 41-19 in favor of the Grizzlies. And now if you're McMinnville, Jeff, you got 3:39 to go in the ball game. Good time to have some experience for your younger kids to maybe run the, I'd say the 2-minute offense, but with a running clock, that might be what it is.
Yeah, 100% agree there, Brian. Like you said, get those guys experience. The most important thing is your starters and their backups, immediate backups, are not in the game at all.
Right.
And that really is a big thing in these blowout-type situations where you come out of it healthy. Yes, Ackerman went out with some sort of leg injury. We're not sure the severity of it or not, but he hasn't played since the injury. Hopefully they're just keeping, being precautious on that sideline and just keeping him out. But, if you can come out of this with, some bumps and bruises, and that's pretty much all, then it's success, especially as now, again, the competition is going to ramp up again next week as you go to Lake Oswego. And Lake Oswego, last time I had a score, they were ahead of Mountainside in the early third quarter, 14-7.
Wow.
Yeah. North Salem up 32-0 on Roseburg at the half.
Jeez.
They're rolling.
Wow. The Vikings.
They're like McMinnville. Churchill 22, Eagle Point 14 at the half. Springfield was 30-6 at the half over Crater.
All right.
So a lot of points being put up tonight.
And a lot of points as the squib kick is going to be taken at the 25-yard line. And I think they'll take it down there.
Yeah.
A good job of the Ravens trying to come back there and put a little pressure on it. But some of those scores, Jeff, pretty interesting because you've got North Salem winning, you've got Springfield winning, you've got Jesuit losing, and I mean those aren't scores we're used to.
Nope, absolutely. Now as we hit the 3-minute mark here to go, let's get a penalty or two, and these might even be the. Oh no, Jazan is still in there, but the line and the backs in the backfield are missing somebody. So somebody run out there. Let's go. Just run out there. Yeah, me? Okay. Yes, Coach. I'm going. Yeah, okay. Here we go.
So, hey, here's the one for you on the 22nd, a week from tonight. Ridgeview is on, they're going to be on the road again. They have 3 games on the road, taking on Pendleton and Nixawally. I don't think I said that right. I should know it, but as they're running off to the right side.
Is that Seahaver?
It's going to be a short gain. Not sure
and
there.
He fumbled.
Ridgeview saying they may have it.
Yep, Seahaver with the fumble there. His 2-yard carry and then a turnover. So that's going to give the ball back. 2:10 to go or so.
Yeah, 2:10 and counting. Next week, of course, is going to be a Thursday night game. Going to be at Lake Oswego. We're bringing you all the action here on YamHillToday.com. And so it'll be a Thursday night game. And we might be able to announce something special for next week, too. We'll hopefully be able to announce that here shortly. As we're at 1:45 and counting. Millington, he's going to drop back. He's going to throw, and it's going to be towards the end zone as a receiver. It is caught, touchdown. And Ridgeview now trying to, just keep adding on to it. And makes it 41-19.
That was to pass to Ashton Markham on the 27-yard pass play. And I think they're going to call timeout. Ridgeview is.
They're going to stop it. Let me clarify that. 41-25.
Yep.
And I was putting in the numbers here. It is 41-25 with 1:18. And this game has gotten a lot closer than we wanted, Jeff. A lot closer.
I'll guarantee that there's going to be a onside kick coming.
still have maybe a 2-point conversion as well. So we'll see. For 41-25, there is a timeout, and they're going to talk about it, and we will.
They're going to go for 2.
Yeah, we'll see what they decide to do.
That puts them within 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it does.
I have a feeling we're going to see some starters for McMinnville in the last minute. Just a feeling I have. Because that's potentially 20 unanswered points. 20 straight points in a row for.
Yeah, we did mention, has it ever happened? We're not sure.
Yeah,
and,
let's not let McMinnville be the first team to do that.
We don't want to find out, as they will come on now here.
That was a good use of a timeout, actually, if you're Ridgeview.
I think so, too. It stops the clock.
Yep. McMinnville might have taken it just a little too nonchalant here in the second half, and that's a good lesson to learn, too, though, Brian.
Right.
Got to finish that team, and I get it, though. You want to save it. You want to keep your starters healthy. There's no doubt.
Keep your starters healthy, and you want to prepare yourself for a Thursday night game. So one less day of rest.
Short week. All right,
here they come with 2-point conversion on the line. And I believe that actually may have been a new quarterback.
Yep.
And here's going to roll to the right. He's going to fake it. He's going to go, and he's going to be taken down. And the Grizzlies are going to pick it up, and they're going to say, nope, no 2-point conversion. And the quarterback that threw that was Gage Hobbs, the sophomore. I think Hobbs may have even thrown that touchdown as well. And with 1:11 to go in the ball game, it'll now be, like you said, Jeff, I would assume nothing more than an onside kick.
Is this going to be a scoreagami, 25-11? That is, 41-25. That's an odd number on both sides.
That might be, to be honest with you.
I'm not going to put McMinnville's going to have this ball for sure because they got to recover the onside kick that I'm sure is coming.
Let's see what they decide to do. With 1:11 to go in this ball game. Still 2 timeouts for the Grizzlies, I believe. So. Or excuse me, 2 for the Grizzlies and 3 for the Ravens. So that was correct.
2 for 2.
2 for 2, okay.
Yeah. Well, I thought the Ravens called a timeout. I think that should be adjusted. I think they're working on it. Yeah, he's adjusting that right now. 2
for 2. So that gives them still time to stop the ball.
Yep.
But nobody except for, well, maybe one person doesn't think it's going to be an onside kick here, right? It's going to have to be.
Yeah.
Zoom out, and here they go, and it's going to be
right there.
Right to him. Nice job down the ball.
So
that's what you want to do.
Now, do they call a timeout to stop it, or?
Well, I think even if they do, they're not going to be able to take it all the way down.
Very sure hands there by Austin Schoof.
That's what we need. We're down to 50 seconds now, and yeah, even with the timeouts, they wouldn't be able to run all the way, or wouldn't be able to stop it. So they'd never get the ball back. So the Grizzlies. You'd never think this was a running clock the whole second half. As we're down to 35 seconds.
But it's going to be done before 9.
You are correct. At 8
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
7.
Yeah.
Is where we are right now.
The victory formation. Seems like they're missing a player, though.
I don't even care. There is the kneel down by Bijan, and that should end the ball game, and that does. Well, Jeff, it wasn't what we expected at all. We couldn't have pretended we thought this was going to happen because a lot of different things did happen here tonight.
Yeah, and the game is going to be look a lot closer in the newspaper than what it really was because McMinnville really came out and just put an end to this game right off the get-go, to be honest with you, Brian. And it was a total domination. They actually finished the second half with -4 total yards of offense.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Yeah, exactly. It was kind of a let your guard down, so to speak, at the end of the game for McMinnville. Just kind of coast to the victory. Not like they did last week where they just totally dominated Forest Grove start to finish.
41-25, final score. And McMinnville dominated the first half.
Yep.
Really, most
limped
of the
through the second.
Yeah, especially the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
definitely. And so a lot of things there. And I think too, as the coaching staff will say, is hey, we did what we had to do. We look good. And then you bring in the younger kids.
Yep.
If Ridgeview had them, they would have put theirs in.
Yep.
But they didn't.
Well, Ridgeview outscored them 19-0 in that second half. So.
Right.
Good thing they had that big lead, and I get it. You're going to go up against lesser competition too, with your backups and deep into the depth chart, maybe even some JV guys out there. But still, a good victory tonight for McMinnville.
Yes, it was. And now the Grizzlies go on the road. Thursday night action going to be at Lake Oswego. We'll bring you all the action here on YamhillToday.com. We'll take a quick break, and we'll go through some stats, some scores, say goodbye, and get Jeff home as soon as possible. Final score, 41-25. Grizzlies win 3-0. Looks good on the paper, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Oh, yeah. We'll be back with the end of the postgame show coming up.
Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic and Sports Rehab wants to see you make a full and quick recovery so that you can get back into life and the things that you like to do. Their friendly staff will listen and encourage and guide you through each step of the rehabilitation process. From low back pain to post-surgical rehabilitation after a shoulder surgery or knee replacement, they are here to help. They also offer treatment for sports injuries and hands-on personal training for those who want to perform at their athletic best. Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic, and Sports Rehab. Give them a call at 503-435-1900. If you're looking for a financial advisor located here in McMinnville, Bethany A. Blinn has you covered. She has a holistic approach and understands what is most important to you, using an established process to build personalized strategies and partnering with you throughout your life to help keep you on track. Her investment philosophy is a long-term approach with an emphasis on quality, durability, historical context, and common sense. Give Bethany at Edward Jones a call at 503-472-0555. And go Grizzlies!
Caring creates healthier lives and healthier communities. And when you need healthcare, we're here for you, providing medical expertise with a human touch, right here at home, whenever you may need us. From welcoming newborns into the world to life-changing surgeries, routine health screenings to life-saving emergency care, we're here to provide compassionate, high-quality healthcare to you and your loved ones. From the routine to the unforeseen, we're here for you.
As we come back here in the post-game show, Grizzlies, they win tonight 41-25. Jeff, great first half.
Yeah.
Second half, it's hard to tell. Running clock.
Yeah.
A lot happened, but you've got some stats for us that kind of tell the story.
I do. And, Brian, I think the best stat of the second half for McMinnville, your starters didn't play. They didn't, except for that first series when they came out and kind of fumbled it around a little bit. But other than that, your starters were absent, and they came out healthy for the most part. We'll have to wait and see how Ackerman, what they figure out this next week. But McMinnville just dominated. I had mentioned that they only had -4 yards in the second half. Actually, it was 4 yards, not -4 yards. So, but still, total stats, 297 total yards for McMinnville, 254 for Ridgeview. So their second half, they climbed back up the ladder and into the game. 195 passing yards for Ridgeview, 134 for McMinnville, 163 on the ground for McMinnville, 59 on the ground for Ridgeview. 9 penalties for 85 yards for Ridgeview and 5 penalties for 45 yards for McMinnville. Each McMinnville had 1 fumble. Newberg tells you where my head is, huh? Ridgeview had 1 fumble and 1 interception. Time of possession, 24-24, basically. Just a little bit. So that a little bit shocking there. Ridgeview tonight, Adam Millington, he had a good night, 13 of 19. He did throw an interception, 2 touchdown passes for 195 yards. Ishan Ortiz ended up tonight 10 carries for 59 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Wesley Whitmer was the big leading receiver tonight, numbers-wise, 5 for 37. But yardage-wise, it was Logan Nakamura, 4 for 98 yards. Touchdown pass by Zach Asplin, and also a reception for a touchdown by Ashton Markham. So getting the ball around there. McMinnville tonight, Kane Sullivan did a yeoman's job, 11-14. That's 78% completion, 2 touchdowns. He has scored 2 touchdowns on 8 carries and 59 yards. Hayden Church had 3 carries for 21 yards and a touchdown. Nick Gibson had 79 yards on 7 carries and a touchdown. And Bryce Wilson, 4 receptions for 53 yards, a touchdown. Kellen Strong, 1 2 receptions, 17 yards, and the touchdown. And Gabe Blanco, the other wide receiver tonight, with a reception, 5 catches for 54 yards. So McMinnville bolted out to a big lead, Brian, able to get to that running clock at the end of the first half and cruise to the victory in the second half, really, with some growing pains there for sure at the end, where Ridgeview kind of clawed back and scored 19 unanswered points in that second half to make it look, at least on the scoreboard, a little bit better than it was, because a lot of people in the state going to see that score and go, that wasn't running time. That was just a hard-fought battle between 2 teams.
Right. Totally agree. And but the final score is final score.
That's right. W is W. That's 3-0 for McMinnville. I can't remember the last time they started a season 3-0. So good for them. And, like I say, next week the competition ramps up just a little bit more as we head to Lake Oswego on the road for our second road game of the year.
That is correct. Here's some scores for you from around the state. West Salem is trailing North Medford 33-12, so that's a big game there. McNairy getting blanked 35-0. May have found my new favorite toy.
Wow.
South Salem 33, Grants Pass 6. Go Saxons! Mazama and Marist. That's a 29-27 score. I got a bug in the eye. Mazama in the lead in the third quarter. Don't care about that game, but here's a Henley on top of Ashland, 34-7. And here's a Springfield game. Springfield 43 and Crater 13.
Nice.
So I got to send something to Jackie, so she might want to see that score. Jeff, you got any scores from your neck of the woods?
My neck of the woods. I'm looking. I don't have any more text updates, I don't think. But I'll go down here. Let's see if we have any other updates. Final Lincoln 19, McDaniel 14. Late in the third, Tualatin 13, Tualatin 19, Wilsonville 13. Our opponent next week, pulling away from Mountainside now. Early in the fourth quarter, it's Lake Oswego 20, Mountainside 7. So that's going to be a crucial game for McMinnville if they want to keep the momentum going. Early fourth, it's Wells 24, Grant 13. End of the third, Franklin 35, Cleveland 6. At the half, Sunset 28, Liberty 19. Of course, Liberty in this league as well. West Lynn still at the half. No other update, 29-7. North Salem, as you mentioned, 32-0 over Roseville. In the second half, Sheldon 37, going to get their first win over Sprague, 6. South Medford, as you mentioned, 28. I think he had a different score, 30-something to something over McNairy. Let's see if I got any local scores here. No. Scroll down a little bit more. Kennedy, mid-third quarter, Kennedy 41, Yamhill Carlton 13. Scio 50, Amity 8 here early in the fourth quarter. And that looks to be all the local scores as well. Always like to throw out the six-man score. Let's go with South Wasco County 62, Spray Mitchell Wheeler 37.
That's always fun to see.
Can you imagine being a referee in those games? Up and down the field, just boom, 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 boom.
It moves fast.
Especially if you're over in the desert, high desert or something.
I thought 8-man was fast. Yes, it is.
That's good times.
Oh, yeah. So I'm watching. There's my nephew with a nice block right there. Way to go, Clay.
Okay.
Yeah, well, and then the guy came in. That's okay. Clay was right there leading the way.
Yeah,
so
I almost thought that was Chicago Bears.
It does. So I'm watching a little bit of that. So watching Springfield go 3-0.
Nice.
McMinnville 3-0. Jesuit 0-3. Stop.
Yeah, don't be so happy about that.
Oh, gosh. It's good to say. All right. Jeff, Thursday night game coming up. We'll bring you all the action here at yamhilltoday.com. Playing or announcing the spot. We haven't announced that yet, so that'll be kind of fun. Hopefully the weather's going to hold out for us.
Yeah, what is the weather?
I don't know. Look and see because we might be outside, so you never know.
Okay.
So, all righty. Well, Jeff, it was a fun night. And
79 and sunny.
Perfect. If we're outside, we're okay.
Yeah.
We might make it a fun weekend as well, won't we?
Yeah, we will.
All righty. Say goodnight, Jeff.
Good night, Jeff.
All right. Final score. Grizzlies, they win, and they win at the running clock at the end. And might have to explain that to some people when they ask how could that be later on. But that is exactly what has transpired here. Final score, McMinnville wins 41-25 over the Ridgeview Ravens. For Jeff Ivey, I'm Brian Erickson saying good night, everybody. Have a great weekend.
It's time for high school football here on YamhillToday.com.
Sullivan's going to hand off to Rapp. Right up the middle. Breaks one tackle, two tackles. Then he go into the end zone. Touchdown, Grizzlies. Dropping back to Sullivan. He double pumps. He goes to the far side. Has a man wide open. And it's caught. And it's going to be touchdown, Grizzlies.
This season's broadcast is brought to you by Willamette Valley Medical Center, Andrew Physical Therapy, Bethany Abe Lynn at Edward Jones, Big Box Returns, Les Schwab Tires of McMinnville, Macy & Sons Funeral Directors, and Willamette Valley Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
They're going to throw it. Sullivan throws across the middle. It is caught and walking into the end zone. Touchdown, Grizzlies is Gabe Blanco.
Now let's head over to the press box. Here's Jeff Ivey and Brian Erickson.